Alright, hello everyone. It's your favorite programming error that just refused to be fixed, CodeErr. And we're gonna be continuing with Doki Doki Club meetings today. I'm looking forward to this. Now, last time we did the unthinkable. We stopped within an actual episode, rather than in between episodes, which I normally never do. Up until this season, it's been pretty clean cut, so we do like 2 episodes like every stream. But this season, the episode length started increasing a lot. So there was one stream where we only managed to do 1 episode in the time it normally takes me to get through 2. And since that's been the thing, I might do 2 today. Exactly, because I am partway into an episode already. Also, hi Dev, nice to see you. What happens if you fix the error? Will you perish? I don't know, but I won't have to find out. Alright, now all of this being the case, we actually have to load in and not go to the usual screen, but rather jump straight into where we last left off, where we explore the intricacies of the Natsuri ship and the story of how this ship came to be within the realms of club meetings. So, yeah. Let's figure out where this goes. First things first, I have to reacquaint myself with this game and the voices again. Slowly but surely make my way into the voice. And Rob is here too, I see you. Alright, let's see if I can die again today. Actually, I think I need to lower the game volume just a tiny bit, but I think now it's okay. Also, what is going on with my voice now? Clear your throat. I need my throat today. Hey Rob, stop. just please do not. Okay? Okay. Put the game volume at 69. No, doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. oh, or that one?
Natsuri, that scarf costs an entire paycheck if you have a good job.
I know, it's just nice to think about having it, even if you can't.
Oh, I suppose that's true. Something on your mind?
Sorry for giving you crap earlier about taking a week to get that letter to me. I really shouldn't talk. I have my own process, I guess, for dealing with my feelings. And in the end, I never did come to you. You came to me. Ah, and there's Fuyuki again. Haven't seen her in a while. Actually, pretty sure we have not seen her this season at all. Only, like, through mentions and I guess a bit of texting. So it is interesting to see her again. Very serious conversation with him. And her friend rolls onto the ground, but why? Why MC roll? Alright, time to get into the Fuyuki voice, which was probably the most annoying one, which I have to apologize for, because oh my god, it feels like I'm butchering this character by giving her the most annoying voice imaginable. Alright.
First get into like the Natsuki voice, and then I have to like go like even further beyond what like the SAS level is into like this classic like this voice. Now that it looks like I'm going to be sticking around for a bit, I'll be able to help you pursue your crush, about whom you've told me very little. So now out with it. You're gonna tell me all about him, then we're going to scheme.
Well, Natsuki's very good at scheming. But damn, the assumptions again for Yuki. The assumptions here. Oh no. Come on, Natsuki. Time for some correction here.
I know you like your scheming. Yeah, that is true. Well, here's the thing about my crush. It's a girl.
Okay. Very supportive, although to be fair, that was to be expected from her. Considering what, you know, everything we know about her, it would be very, very weird if she wasn't accepting of it. But damn, she just assumed so much before.
My sister a lesbian. Excellent. Very proud of you, babe. No, I'm not a lesbian. I definitely like boys also. My sister bi. Excellent. Proud of that too. So, who's the lucky girl?
Take her famous meme line. Excellent. Yes, excellent. So that line cemented itself pretty hard as a meme then as well, huh? Okay, what's more of a running joke? That meme line or the Rie puns? I have to know this. This is very important.
Her name is Yuri. She's in the literature club. I think you've mentioned her a few times. What's she like? She's kind of tall for a girl. She's really smart. She has really long purple hair and purple eyes. And and you're very clearly attracted to her. I get it. No, but really? She's really smart and thoughtful. She always cares about everyone around her, including me. And she's very kind. Extremely kind. Unless she's teasing me.
The mod? Excellent! Yes. The Rie puns are the bigger meme. I kind of had a feeling, but I had to ask to make sure.
Geez, you really got it bad for this girl, don't you? Yeah. So what are you going to do about it? I have no idea. Well, I have one if you're open to input. You're going to walk up to her, and you're going to say something like this. Yuri, I like you in that way. And I would like to be your girlfriend. Would you like that?
Silence. I don't know if hello was mandatory. Have to agree. Stop. Why?
Your thoughts on this approach? Yeah, that's not happening. Why not? I can't just walk up to her and say that. Again, why not? Because I just can't. You're gonna have to do something risky and scary at some point here, babe. Or, hear me out, I could just never say anything.
This is the mindset. That is probably part of the reason why I never had a girlfriend. I could just never say anything.
I like the relationship we have. I don't want to ruin it by trying to make it into a romantic relationship and then having that not work. But you want a romantic relationship? Yeah. I just don't want to pursue it if things go wrong, and then I can't be regular friends with her anymore. She's honestly so fucking cool, I would be crushed if we couldn't be friends anymore, just regular friends. I get it, I do. This kind of thing happened to me once. Where you dated someone and it ruined the cool existing relationship? No, I had a really good platonic relationship with someone and I wanted it to be more. But I never said anything or showed them in any way because I didn't want to lose the good platonic relationship. What happened? Nothing. After a while, they got a partner, and we're still pretty much good friends. Maybe not quite as good as before, but still decently close. But definitely not romantic in any way anymore, that's for sure.
Alright. I got 38.3 degrees Celsius. Feeling so weak. Rest. Rest. You needed rest. Tormuse! Speaking of rest, how was the rest of your stream? How did that conversation go? That you said you wanted to finish. Did you have to roll again? Did you have to do a check again of some kind and just fail? Honestly, it feels like every time I see you have to roll, it always seems like you're losing. You always lose the rolls from what I've seen. Or maybe that's just what it feels like. Maybe that's just what it feels like. Maybe I just don't pay enough attention to the ones you actually win. But hey, hope you're doing well.
Look, Dave, you don't have to do anything if you're uncomfortable with, ever. But if you don't, sometimes things slip away from you. From what you've said to me before about your crush, I think it'll hurt a lot if you just let her go by. So, what do you want? Do what you want, but I think you should talk to her. Or let her know how you feel in whatever way, and Natsuki does that. Standing next to her and screeching incoherently in a high pitch, maybe.
Yes, that makes sense. A lot of 4s. Yep, that. Also, damn, did you really have to change the... Okay, Rob, I see what you did there. I mean, Rie.
I do that with her already. And I'm sure she loves it.
Oh, I'm sure.
You still never said anything to me after all that.
I was thinking about it. It's not like I ended up having a ton of time to act.
Oh, I suppose that's true. It was the very next week after all.
Oh boy, here we go. Pop into a stream right as a raid happens and you're unsure whether you should join in or wait so it's not awkward when you explain you didn't come along with the raid. It would never be awkward, but also hello, how are you? Thanks, unfortunately, but yeah, it feels like I've failed a comfortable number of times that I should really just like rolling 4 for some reason. Damn. Your unlucky number, 4. It always shows up when you don't want it.
Come on, you stupid machine. Haven't you and I had enough issues without you eating my money and giving nothing back? I feel like you owe me, buddy, not the other way around.
Arguing with inanimate objects again.
Oh, well, this one is being a bitch.
Yuri firmly hits the vending machine, causing a bag of snacks to come unstuck and fall to the bottom. I had a feeling Natsuki would be the more aggressive one to actually hit the machine. Or is she just not strong enough? Oh well. Yuri got the power, I guess. Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, of course.
So what's up with you today? Anything interesting going on?
Oh, yes, I suppose. Yes, lots actually. There has apparently been a lot of simulation-related activity recently. Something about Miss Ida finally becoming club president, but I suspect we'll hear more about that at the meeting today. How about you? Have you been good? Hasn't have things been going well?
Yeah? Are you alright?
Is she ever? What's happened? Didn't actually include a headless horseman. Damn. The name. How could it not be 100% accurate? Oh no. Third of the second page. Okay, we're definitely not getting to that then. Not today. But in that case, I'm looking forward to it. If I had to pick a favorite of the episodes so far... Well, I think I should save my opinion for after I've completed the season, probably. But I do have to admit, there was a lot of... Actually... Now that I think about it... Just that one moment of getting called out by Yuri probably made my day, so I probably have to pick that episode as well. Just because of that one moment. But if we leave that aside, if we just take that moment, leave it aside, and just focus on the episodes in general... I still think the second episode was interesting, despite the lack of Monica. I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite. 7? Is it now? Alright. These episodes are melting into one another. Can't tell. You know what? That's fair, especially since, you know, we stopped mid-episode this time instead of in between episodes. Probably melts them together even more in your brain.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. How is Fuyuki?
Oh, she's really good. She's walking around like nothing ever happened. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Monica tells the story of when they brought MC back. The story of how they brought MC back, that was in previous seasons though. So like in general, episode 7 overall. Bro got spoiled? Yeah, totally. That's fair, that's fair. The MC being brought back story, definitely. But I was specifically talking about Season 3, but it's hard to form an opinion on the Season 3 episodes when I haven't completed Season 3 yet. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm really glad that happened for you.
I guess so, but I'm really glad it happened for her.
Yes, of course.
So, do you just come to hang out, or... Because I was honestly just going to take my snack to a bench rather than eat it on the steps. Although if you want to hang out here, that's cool too.
No, I did not come to hang out.
Well, what did you come for then?
Here.
Yuri thrusts an envelope into Natsuki's hands, then runs away.
Yuri? Hey, Yuri, come back here. You don't just get to throw paper at me and flee?
Oh, but she did, and she succeeded. Now watch as the expression changes as I advance to the next text box. It's just the mouth. Okay, I expected a little bit more shock. CG indeed, but I expected more shock. Well, she's probably not done reading it yet.
What the hell? This week has been something, man.
She hasn't opened it yet, right? It's still the envelope. That's why the shock didn't appear yet. Yeah, okay.
Well, she'll probably read it if she flipped out that badly over it. I wonder if... Nah, probably not.
I wonder if she likes me too. Nah, can't be. Same amount of cancer. She is me. Just do something then run away. Yeah, no, I can see you doing that. Yeah, getting confused between the paper and the bag of snacks. She will eat the entire envelope and then look at the bag of snacks, reading it, and then realizing, damn it, I messed up. That would make things very awkward the next when they run into each other again.
Nah, probably not. Fuck, just read it, you coward.
Natsuki starts to read the single sheet of paper. Now watch as her expression changes to shock. Oh, never mind, we get to see it first. The entire message. Natsuki. You know that one of the hardest things for me to do is communicating with people, even those I'm close to. Especially if it's about how I feel. I'm not good at communicating in general. Let alone if it's about something so complex and rich as emotion. I try to write poetry about it, but even with that level of abstraction, it's very difficult. And to do it directly is even harder. That's why I'm putting this down on paper so I can think it all out and fix it if I say anything stupid. So the time has come at last for me to say these things. They have been a very, very long time coming. I think you know already, but it is important to say it. So enough temporizing, here goes nothing. I love you. I love you so strongly that every time I look at you, it's like being swept up in a tide. It's frightening and thrilling. I want nothing more than for that feeling to be acknowledged by you, for you to see it and feel it. I dare to hope that it might even be reciprocated. I dare to hope that I might be with you. So I am writing this to tell you I love you. And I would also ask if you feel the same or similar. And if so, to act upon it in whatever way you think best. Affectionately, Yuri. P.S. If you accept these feelings, come to the farthest part of the park tonight at 8 and we'll talk. To the forested part of the park tonight at 8 and we'll talk. I'll be waiting in the clearing in the trees, a small number of paces behind the fountain benches. If you are not there by 8:15, then for my own sanity I will assume you are not coming. I hope very much to see you there. Forested. Yeah, I mess up sometimes in reading. You would think I would be a better reader considering I play visual novels on stream. Snack you gave me was yummy, but the plastic bag was unreadable. 4 out of 10. Yup. The L word. How could she? The L word? Oh, the blush. Okay.
Well,
Natsuki starts to grin.
eh.
She briefly squeals and runs in a circle around the room. Anyone seeing this will probably be weirded out.
Okay. Plans.
She gets out her cell phone.
Hey, Dad, the literature club wants to meet for an extra activity at 8.
Yeah, an activity. What kind of activity?
If I'm allowed to go, I can come home and then go back if you want. Or I could... Yeah, that would save money for sure. Okay, I'll find something to do until we're done. Oh, I don't know, no later than 9, I'm pretty sure. Cool, thanks, Dad.
Here we go. Natsuki lets out one more squeal, then runs giggling out of the door. Which door? I mean, there isn't a door on screen here. I assume the stairwell is directly next to the door that leads outside of the building, maybe? Is that it? It's off screen, right. You can't see it. Because they're saying out the door. So she's not going into a classroom, so she must be leaving the building, which means there's probably an exit next to the stairs. That is my guess. Am I correct? First she trips over a bed. Okay, yeah. No, wait, maybe she not. Yeah, probably. She must have. Damn benches. Okay. By the way, again, I am very upset when I got the benchmarker achievement. It said it was the only achievement in the game, and then there was another achievement for completing the game in Natsuki Quest. How dare that be such a lie, telling me the benchmark achievement was the only one. Sad. New soundtrack, ayo. I was gonna say. But yeah, no escaping the benches. The only achievement in the game, probably. Okay, I am sorry. My sincerest apologies then. I guess I misremembered. Natsuki never lies. Of course, why would she lie? She's totally a 100% of the time always honest person. Also, I hope Yuri's not too excited that she thinks she needs to calm down by indulging in that one activity again. Because as far as I am aware, she's doing pretty well in that department now, right? So no relapsing here, please.
I did it. I gave her the letter.
Never mind. I had a feeling it was coming. Considering she ran to the bathroom. But very excited. Yeah.
I did it. No going back now.
Blood drips onto the ground. Yuri cracks the door to the stall and looks around to make sure she's still alone.
Oh, ouch.
And there it goes. She clutches her bleeding arm.
I told Natsuki I loved her. And I do.
Are you still going?
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, this is probably a new height of excitement for her. Still though, yikes.
yeah.
Okay, she should really start calming down now. Synced up perfectly, yeah, with the slowdown there, before immediately picking back up again. Also, that is a bit much. You're gonna have to clean all of this up before somebody comes in and sees something, right? You know that, right? That's a lot of blood. New heights of excitement and definitely just regular, not excessive cutting. Yeah. Jesus. No, seriously. That is so much to clean up too. How will she do that without anyone noticing? She can just hope that nobody walks in for the next 15 minutes probably at least. And even then it's gonna be hard to get rid of all of that. Yuri repeatedly drives the edge of the knife into her arm, screaming horribly and laughing as she does so. Also, that is assuming people don't hear the laughter and everything else too. Imagine you're just walking past the bathroom and you just hear that laughter coming out of the bathroom. I feel like there would be at least a few individuals who would be tempted to check what's going on in there. Why did you drop the ketchup? That's some Act 2 shit, oh no. Her arm is quivering. Her arm is a quivering, bloody mess, and the blood is starting to get onto the walls of the stall.
Oh god, it hurts so bad.
Yuri is half laughing, half crying, grimacing from pain. Her face is ashen white. Oh, so someone did notice. Okay. Mysterious text box. Who could it be? Is everything okay in there? Are you in there? Are you in there? Could just... They're not asking, is someone in there? They're asking, are you in there? Which means, my best guess, someone from the literature club. Now, I'm not sure if she'll already run into Natsuki again. See, I don't know, might be very soon. It's definitely not MC for obvious reasons. So, again, either it is Natsuki already, and we're not waiting until after school to talk about some stuff, or Sayori or Monica are checking in on her, is what I'm assuming. More likely. Screaming, tell us. In the bathroom. Can you shut up for a sec? Yup.
Yes, I'm in here, sorry.
Yuri stifles a painful cry. Oh no, it's worse, it's a teacher! Again, Yuri, and now you have someone waiting out there. And worried about you. And everything in here is bloody, and you have to try to clean this up. This is not gonna work out. Oh, this is definitely not... I mean, it has to work out somehow. The question is, who was club president during this flashback? If there is a small chance that Yuri was the club president during this time frame, then she would have a decent chance of getting out of here. Because she can just pause the simulation. If not, she's in serious trouble. Yes. Anyway, let's see. Hi. Are you okay in there? I heard screaming.
Sorry, yeah, I just have really bad cramps. I needed to scream. I'm okay now.
Okay, as long as you're alright. I don't know why I'm doing that voice, considering it's obviously a female teacher. I would assume. Very good. Ah, yes, perfect excuse. If it gets really bad again, go to the nurse, alright?
Yes, I will. Fuck. It hurts. Fuck, it hurts.
With her undamaged arm, Yuri starts to use the toilet paper to slow the bleeding and to mop up blood from the walls and floor.
Fuck. Oh. this is bad. This might be the worst I've ever cut.
Okay, this is more than just a relapse. This is, yeah. This is absolutely non-excessive. Absolutely not excessive. Also, it's definitely not the worst she's ever cut. There was that one time in the base game where she straight up committed suicide. Suicide by knife would also count as cutting, and probably a more excessive version of it, I would assume. But yes, beyond that, we can assume this might be the worst. For all we know. Natsuki, well, if you insist. No. Their activity is gonna be at 8 later, okay? Probably, I don't know if they're gonna be doing a similar activity to MC and Sayori, but considering they're just now getting together officially, I feel like that would be a bit rushed. Then again, they have also known each other for a long time. Still would be a bit rushed.
Maybe I should go to the nurse. No, I don't want anyone here to know. Maybe the hospital, but then my parents would probably find out.
Says who moves fastest, straight couples? Traffic. That is a good question. We shall see what their activity later is. Perhaps we'll see. Trucks available. And there's an unrelated question. Why aren't any U-Haul trucks available? What? 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 Very unrelated.
I'll just have to wrap it up as best I can for now with toilet paper. It stinks.
Later that day. U-Haul lesbians? Wow, a meme I'm not familiar with. Which, to be fair, makes sense. I need to be more cultured. Very fast and moving together very quickly. Ah, of course. I think it's there are enough clues for you to know where we are in the timeline. Yeah, perhaps.
Why don't you guys come by, hang out a bit? I'd love to chat with you guys about this whole thing some more this evening. If you'd like to, of course. Not for me, unfortunately. I'd be terribly uncomfortable at an event like that, I think. I'm just going to stay at home today.
Home, yes. Already saying that if you're with Natsuki, you're at home.
Thank you again for saving us, Miss Ida. And if you want to talk later about everything, I would be pleased to do so.
Yeah, I don't think I'll go either. I have a miraculously alive sister to hang out with.
Yeah, that.
Oh, perfectly understandable. I'll see you too soon then.
Cool.
Glance. Wow. Okay, really serious here.
7:59 and 14 seconds. I should not get my hopes up too much that she will be right on time. Natsuki typically shows up slightly late to things.
Oh no, she'll be on time this time. Absolutely, she's gonna be perfectly on time. Like the second it turns over to 8, she'll be there.
She believes in being fashionably late after all. Although I wonder if she would do so in this situation. Assuming she shows up at all. Best not to worry about it. I have until 8:15, really. That's when I can safely feel bad about myself. It still stings so bad. And I remain a little lightheaded. I wonder if...
There's a rustling in the bushes nearby.
Natsuki, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Ah, yes, she came. Already, they haven't even started yet. I mean, what?
I'm not late, am I?
You arrived precisely at 8.
Good, that's what I was aiming for. I know you like punctuality. Not that you made it easy hiding out here in the literal sticks. Yuri alright?
Hey, Natsuki. Had a change of clothes with her. Yeah. It's interesting how they both Oh, true, because Yuri probably went home and then came back, right? But true, Natsuki never went home today. So she... Well, good thing she had that on her then. For reasons unknown.
Yuri, are you alright?
Yes, I'm wonderful. I'm just so happy you're here.
Yeah, Yuri, you're bleeding.
Ah, you ruined the moment.
Oh, yes, just a little. I got really excited after I gave you the letter and cut a little bit.
Yep, ruined the moment.
You are not bleeding just a little. You are actually bleeding kind of a lot from under there.
It's been quite a few hours. She should have had plenty of time to bandage everything up, and she's still bleeding a lot. That is still noticeable under her sweater. Hours later. Okay, nope. Yuri, how are you still alive at this point? She's bleeding a lot, she's been bleeding a lot for hours, and she's somehow still standing. How much blood you got in you, Yuri?
Let me see.
It's fine, really no need to be dramatic.
Let me see.
An immediately protective girlfriend. Immediately protecting the waifu. Time to go home and change. You'd think she'd take time to bandage it properly? You would! Unless, okay, worst case scenario, after she got here again, not to sound critical of the mod or anything, here we go, worst case scenario, after she came back, she was still so anxious about whether Natsuki would show up or not, that she cut again. And maybe not as drastically as in the bathroom, but enough to reopen the wounds again. And thus start the bleeding again. That would make a little bit of sense, right? Perhaps. Didn't think of that, it is a very real possibility. Dev, can we get a confirmation about that? Maybe? Confirm or deny? I'm curious now. But yeah, poor Yuri indeed, but it is one way to explain why she would still be bleeding a lot, despite all the time that has passed already since the cutting.
Let me see. Holy fuck. You're fucking bleeding everywhere. Hold your arm up right now.
Okay.
Fuck, shit, don't you feel weird losing that much blood?
Yes, actually a bit lightheaded perhaps, but I assure you it's nothing to worry about.
Like hell it isn't. We're going to the hospital right now.
Oh, not the hospital, please.
Wait, why not?
My parents will find out. I don't want that.
Yeah, fair. Here, keep your arm up and keep pressure on whatever's left of that paper you wrapped it in.
What people will see.
Yuri, everyone can see already. Besides, for all any random person knows, this wasn't self-inflicted. Now come on, it's a short walk.
Where are we going? I feel a little sick.
Well, yeah, you've lost a bunch of blood, dummy. You'll see, just keep moving.
Do you want your receipt?
Nah, I don't need it. Thanks.
You're very welcome.
Natsuki, that was expensive.
Shut up and sit down.
I said, am I alive? Yes, I am fine then. As long as I am still walking, there is nothing to worry about.
First of all, start drinking this.
Not currently deceased, therefore I am fine. Yes.
First of all, start drinking this.
Natsuki hands Yuri a sports drink.
Second of all, give me your arm. Looks like the bleeding's pretty slow now, probably because there's not much left. How you feeling?
Oh, okay, I guess. A little lightheaded, but fine otherwise. I'm not going to die of blood loss, Natsuki.
Not today anyway, don't tempt fate. Anyway, let's disinfect this and then wrap it up with something that's actually meant to cover wounds. Not nasty public school bathroom toilet paper. Do you have any idea how many germs you probably got in that wound of yours by now?
I promise I usually keep gays around. I just got overexcited unexpectedly today. Also, I don't usually disinfect.
Unexpectedly. For someone so smart, you're incredibly dumb if you didn't think you would get excited after there was the possibility of getting excited after giving Natsuki that letter. She probably could have expected that excitement to come up to some degree. Usually keep gays around. Yes, they do.
What? Why?
It hurts.
You have got to be kidding me? And slicing yourself with a knife doesn't?
That's different. That's...
Natsuki unceremoniously starts swabbing disinfectant onto Yuri's arm.
Look, I know it hurts, but if it gets infected, it's gonna hurt a lot worse, so tough through it, okay?
Yes, again, remember, school bathroom toilet paper. School bathrooms are usually not that sanitary. Granted, that stall looked fine for what school bathrooms can look like sometimes, but I still wouldn't trust anything in there. You gotta watch it. Perhaps one day. We'll see, we'll see. Disinfect because hurty.
Okay.
Okay, now the dressing.
It's a little tight.
Yeah, sorry. I just want to make sure there's plenty of pressure since you don't have stitches in there. We need to make sure the bleeding definitely stops. If you stop bleeding in a few hours, you can take him off or redo it to be looser. But for now, I'll keep it tight. And keep drinking that. You need fluid replacement.
Alright.
It's me a bit. Yuri wouldn't disinfect. Like, really? Come on. If you're going to do self-harm, at least do a little damage control. Yeah. Again, especially publicly like bathroom accessible to the entirety of the school. I've never made it a secret, but I hate public bathrooms of any kind. And I refuse to use any bathroom whenever I'm not home. I'd rather suffer until my bladder explodes than use a public bathroom. That's how bad it is for me sometimes. Because those 90% of the time, they are fucking disgusting. So I wouldn't even think of using toilet paper in a publicly available bathroom to cover up a wound. Then again, it's not like she had many alternatives, but still. And Kid couldn't stop bleeding. And they took a door out of its hinges and used that to make a roof in one of the... There, see? School bathrooms. They are chaos. School bathrooms are absolute chaos. I have obsessive compulsive tendencies, so I can relate. It is sad. It is sad, but again. At least, you know... Hygiene. Anyway, where were we?
Alright. Thanks for showing off your first aid skills for my benefit.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't bleed to death.
I'll have to compensate you for your expenses today. That was not cheap. Perhaps I can treat you to dinner or something.
Right? That's totally what it's leading into. I'll compensate you by inviting you to dinner. Come on. Come on, go for it.
No, you don't owe me for any of that. You're my girlfriend after all.
Oh! All the more reason to invite her out for dinner. Come on, do it. Do it now. About cleanliness and storm. Fair. Uh-oh. She said the word. She said the word.
That means...
Oh, I mean, yeah, it means that.
Oh, so that just slipped out, huh?
If that's okay with you, I mean. Sorry, I didn't think of what I was saying. I was just babbling. Totally didn't mean to offend you or anything, or presume anything, and
Natsuki starts speaking very quickly.
if you didn't want that, I just wanted to talk. That's totally okay. Sorry for being stupid. I just didn't understand if...
Kiss again? No, no kiss yet. Not quite there. They weren't quite there at that point. Just got together after all. Yuri says nothing and simply folds Natsuki's hand into her own hands. They stand looking at each other for a long time. Cute. Cute. Cute! Wish me luck. Best of luck to you then. Crawling to the bathroom. Why? More CG? Woo! So much CG action this time. I wonder how much of that was added for the collection, because I know they got definitely enough CGs, no more.
So, do you think we could go back to the park and start over and talk?
Not the best one left? Oh really? Really now? Kneeling to propose? She might as well have proposed right then and there.
So, do you think we should go back to the park and start over and talk? Sorry for ruining that idea with all of this.
Again, if you want to compensate her, just ask her out for dinner.
It's okay. You didn't ruin anything. So yeah, me too for a long time.
Ah. And it would look even better if Yuri hadn't cut. But that's fair. Duh, indeed. Absolutely adorable.
So yeah, me too for a long time.
That is very pleasant to hear.
Oh my god, you huge nerd, very pleasant to hear. I can't believe I'm actually dating you. I'm really happy about it.
As am I. Is everything alright?
Yeah, just, your rap is getting a little loose.
Oh,
Here, I'll redo it.
is it really bad? No, I'm being honest. I think that's the most I've ever cut at once.
Okay, to be honest with you also, yeah, it's pretty bad. With all the blood gone, you can see the actual cuts. And you really messed your arm up.
Is it ugly?
What? What kind of question is that? What am I supposed to say here? If I say yes, are you gonna call me out for insulting you? And if I say no, it's not ugly, are you gonna cut more? What are you supposed to respond to a question like that?
Is it ugly? My arm.
Like, this is the kind of stuff.
Moral choice moment.
What? No, nothing about you is ugly. Ever? You're fucking gorgeous, holy shit.
But my arm.
Look, if someone shipped the Mona Lisa, it'd still be the Mona Lisa. You are you, and you're so pretty, it shocks me a little bit every time I look at you.
She saved it. She saved it! She somehow avoided the loaded questioner. The one where both yes and no are incorrect. She dodged it masterfully. And parried by being ultra smooth, yes. Let's go.
Now let's fix these wraps up.
You're very charming when you try.
I wasn't trying to do anything.
Very interesting.
There, done. Now you have to promise me that you won't, that won't ever happen again.
I don't know if I can.
Well, that's alright. We'll work through it. Didn't you say you had to be home before an hour? I'd like to stay, but I kinda hinted to my dad that it would be an hour for me too.
Oh, goodness, yes. I completely forgot. I must return home before my parents worry. Can I call you in a little bit? I don't want to seem too needy, but...
Yeah, please call me. I'd like that a lot.
The end of season 2.
Okay, see you soon then.
Yuri quickly pecks Natsuki on the lips.
Bye? Holy shit.
And that's how it happened officially.
That sure was a wild night.
I'm still so sorry I ruined it with my lack of self-control.
You didn't ruin anything, babe. I was really happy about that night. I still feel all giddy and squishy when I think about it.
Me too.
Besides, it's not like I didn't do anything wrong that night.
I honestly cannot think of a single thing you did that I did not swoon over. What do you mean?
After?
Back to the flashback!
Oh, after.
Natsuki and Yuri have finished their phone call, but are up late, still texting each other.
That's amazing. I'm so impressed by you and proud of you. So, when do you want to tell everyone the good news?
About us?
Yes, I'm excited.
Well, I was kinda thinking we could keep it secret for a while.
Secret? Why?
People are judgy. Don't wanna deal with everyone's bullshit about it, especially since we're both girls.
I understand.
Plus, word might get back to my dad and I'll need to, prep him to hear this.
Do you think they will be accepting?
I don't know, he loves Fuyuki a lot still, but I don't know.
I see.
I'm just afraid of what people will think. What's your take?
I don't see what there is for people to think beyond that we love each other and are dating. I don't have any shame about that. But I understand why you might be concerned about the judgment of others or the reactions of your father. If you wish to keep it confidential for now, I'm alright with that. Do you want to keep it secret from everyone? Can we tell the literature club?
Interesting that despite the fact that Natsuki was the one who wanted to keep it quiet, she's also at fault for slipping up. Because she was going in for the kiss with Yuri when everyone walked in. Haha! That's what you get. But nah, I mean, I do kind of see what they're coming from. As sad as it is, people are very judgy. People are indeed very judgy, sadly. Thought so too. Indeed.
If they know, everyone might as well know. Both MC and Monica would tell Sayori, and Sayori would accidentally tell everyone.
You're probably right. Family's okay if they're sworn to secrecy.
Family's okay.
To be honest, it felt like you were a little ashamed of me.
No, how could I ever be ashamed of you? No, I was just, I guess, ashamed to be dating a girl. Any girl. It's just...
An unjust societal norm which you unconsciously adhere to, no matter how much you may wish to escape it.
Sure, let's put it that way. Plus, I really was afraid of being laughed at by everyone. But that shouldn't have been as important to me as making you feel secure.
I understand why you felt that way, but you told your sister right away, I know it.
Yes, I trust her.
I know, she interrogated me a little while after that.
What?
Very... I hate that word. At her birthday party, I think she wanted to figure out if I was right for you.
Well, she seems to think you are.
I'm glad I impressed her favorably then. It was really hard hiding it all summer.
I know, I'm sorry. When did you tell your family?
Oh, I told them almost immediately. Probably when you told your sister. They did not seem surprised.
Probably had their suspicions.
Yes, at least we were able to hide it from the club for a while.
Yeah, although there were a few iffy times.
MC gets out his phone.
Who the hell is texting me now?
What are they laughing about? What's going on here?
Oh, just leave it be. You're not obligated to answer anyone's texts right now.
Oh? 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 This having couple moves faster, I guess they do. At least they didn't do it on school grounds. They had manners to not do it on school grounds, I respect that.
I'm back here.
That's probably important if they're bothering me during the evening.
You have a minute? Oh no. Hattie's had too much to sleep. Yeah, those sprites on screen. I wonder why. I wonder why that might be. Flashback to Blue Skies, where I actually had to check the settings to find the censor nudity option. Just checking. Okay, there is no such option here. If they had been locked in a storage room, who can say what would happen? Also fair. Damn, Blue Skies, that's also been a while, hasn't it? Man, memories. No depicted nudity in this mod, so no need for the censor option too, yeah. But still, where the sprites at? You have a minute?
1 sec.
Just hand-holding, true.
It's MC,
But the question we're all asking, is it unprotected hand-holding? Unprotected... Actually, no, they were already committing unprotected hand-holding earlier. How did I not comment on that? How indecent that I show that stuff on a live stream. I'm gonna get cancelled for showing unprotected hand-holding on stream on Twitch. Horrible. How could I? Nobody warned me about it.
it's MC.
Oh, do boys frequently text you this late at night?
Shut up. I'm gonna see what he wants. Sup.
Can we meet up to talk about a thing?
What is it?
He wants to meet up and talk about something.
What about?
Asking now.
Twitch TOS violated indeed.
Why you always gotta meet up? I can't text, or worse, call.
If it's a huge bother, that's okay, it's not urgent. But it's a serious thing that I'd like to talk about in person at some point.
Yeah, we can meet up.
Well, didn't this conversation only happen very, very recently, huh?
I was mostly just joshing you. Is it like a touchy-feely subject we're gonna talk about?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, he clearly wants to talk about some Sayori problem.
Oh, of course.
So Sayori related then.
Yup.
I really don't want to stop and deal with this.
I understand your dilemma. You do not wish to leave either your friend or your girlfriend in their time of need.
Oh, God. Yes, in their time of need.
It's okay, I will understand regardless of your decision.
How about a compromise? Why don't you come with me to talk with him? And then we can come back here.
Time of need, yes. The tilde is important for context.
Are you sure that's alright time-wise? Won't your dad?
Nah, he's out the whole night, I told you. Like, he won't be back until noon tomorrow. We have all the time in the world together, you and I.
Oh, they're staying up the whole night, aren't they? The tilde has many important uses, as we will soon discover. Oh boy.
Are you back until noon tomorrow?
Oh, I see. Well then, yes, if MC's alright with it, I'd love to accompany you.
You think maybe we should bring Yuri along? She usually has good advice on that kind of thing.
Surprised to hear you admit that, but sure. Oh! You know, Natsuki bringing her up makes so much more sense now as well. Yep, the added context really brings it all together. You gonna text her?
Yeah, I'll invite her.
Also, you gonna text her? I'll invite her. I no need to text, but I will invite her, don't worry. She is not lying. She is not lying here.
Okay, we're good to go. Hang on a sec, close. If you keep staring like that, I'm gonna charge you.
I can't help it.
Now come on, you've gotta get ready too.
Okay, then you turn around, please.
Seriously? You dare stare at me like that and then you ask me to turn around for you? What kind of backward shit is this?
Having a character named Josh in the literature club would be cursed. Why? Because most of the characters have more Japanese names and Josh would not fit in? Or is it because of the I'm just Josh in ya? Is that it? Close? What happened? Yeah, I wonder what happened. What could it have been? Was it I was lifted from? I'll invite her. Just Yeah, it do be a nice detail, huh?
Seriously?
It's different for you. You're more body confident than I am.
I still do not even begin to understand why, but sure, fine.
Thank you.
KK. Where can we meet?
How about the jetty walkway down by the water?
Okay, not too far away. When?
Give me like 30 minutes.
Alright, I have to turn my back now. If anyone snuck a peek at me, I would surely never know.
Oh!
Waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself.
It was an emergency, exactly.
My neighbor and good friend since
Both.
we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because
Yes,
we've known
Rob,
each
I
other
get
for
it.
so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But Star,
We get it.
Actually, make that 45.
I guess we're stalling a little bit here. Sorry, this might take a while. Okay.
He had the worst timing texting us then.
Perhaps, but it was nice to be able to talk to him
As a team? As a couple?
I think what I liked about it is that it was as a team and as a couple, although sadly MC did not know it.
Yeah, and then there was the week after.
The week after.
When we had a date the next day, but Sayori wanted to go to the aquarium.
Oh, right.
Caught on fire, they had to take them off in a hurry or something. And then they just didn't have time to get dressed again because they were busy with other stuff. Like they were so in depth in their conversation and laughing about stuff that they didn't have time to get dressed again until they got the text and they were like, damn, right, we completely forgot to get dressed again. That's how that happened.
Yeah, let's eat.
Sayori starts to scarf down her food, talking with her mouth full.
Oh hey, there was going to be a free day for high school students at our favorite aquarium tomorrow. MC and I are going to go, you guys should definitely come.
And their glances at each other. I think I didn't even notice them glancing at each other there. It's subtle, but it's there. And I guess either I noticed but I already forgot about it, or I legit did not notice.
Sure, that's so.
No! First time doing the Monica voice, an hour into the stream!
Sure, that sounds fun.
Can't Dad's on my back about homework?
I appreciate the invitation and hope you will continue inviting me to things, but I will pass this time due to a prior obligation.
That's okay.
Sayori takes another huge bite of food.
It's just really nice to have everyone back together. We're really glad you're back, Monica.
Yes. To be thorough? Yes.
You did a lot of prep for that date?
You noticed, but why did you make up a story about your dad as an excuse to get out of Sayori's invitation?
Because I needed to get out of the invitation. And I was not about to tell her, oh, because I have a date with Yuri.
Would it not be possible to get out of the invitation without telling a lie?
I guess.
See you in a bit then. Tormuse, yeah, see you in a bit. God damn it. Ah, the fun quotes, huh?
Why do you lie so much, Natsuki?
What? Natsuki lies? She would never. She has never uttered a single lie in her entire life. I would know.
You do it almost reflexively sometimes without thinking. It's unusual for someone who values the truth so much.
I don't know, really. I guess I just do it a lot to get out of trouble or avoid awkwardness. I'm trying really hard to be honest with you. I know you don't like it when I lie. I just can't help it sometimes. I don't know why. And to be honest, I do it a lot if I think I'm gonna feel ashamed, and for a long time I was ashamed of us going out, and that's so stupid. I'm sorry for being ashamed of that and lying about it. I'm not ashamed of you. I'm not.
It's alright, you are alright. You are doing the best you can, and I see it, I appreciate it. I'm not ashamed of you either.
You better fucking not be. I'm awesome.
Yes, you are.
To be honest, most of the time now when I feel ashamed of how I've acted with you. Like, there was this one time with Sayori.
Looks like we're here a little early. I really expected more people to be on the bus.
Yeah, it's really dropped off the last couple of years. I think most of the students who live far away have started driving. So, there are a lot less of them to take the bus.
Man, everyone keeps telling me I should learn to drive. But I don't know, it seems really scary to me.
So by the way, is MC just walking alone today?
Now he's walking with Yuri, I think.
Ah. Aren't you jealous anymore? So yeah, I was the one who was really jealous.
I see, but what does this have to do with you being ashamed? Jealousy is common enough.
Well, later that day we had our talk about coming out.
I'm just saying, don't you think we at least ought to tell the people we trust?
No, they'll be weird about it.
They're already weird about us, even though they don't know. They might feel bad if they just find out, like we don't trust them.
And yeah, they did kind of just find out by walking in on them.
I don't trust them. If they know, the whole school will know.
Miss Ida might already know.
How?
She saw the letter I was writing you when she was the president. She told me, but she also told me she'd keep it secret, and in any event, I don't think she knows about anything after that. She can't be sugar dating or anything like that. She just saw the confession letter.
Well, let's keep it as secret as possible. From the club and anyone else.
But why?
We've talked about it before. People are judgy.
But we can't hide it forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually. Plus, I don't want to keep our secret forever. There is part of me that wants to cry out loud for joy that I am with you and tell everyone. That said, I do understand your concerns. I just think we ought to have a more robust plan and don't tell anyone ever.
I don't know. It seems like a good plan to me. Hang on. I've just thought of something.
What?
If we do keep it secret long term, we're going to have an availability problem.
What do you mean by availability?
Well, like, people will think we're still single, and they might try to date us, even though we're taken, so we should probably come out with some kind of plan to stop that.
Wouldn't the easiest plan just be to tell people about it?
Well, I certainly trust you to enforce appropriate boundaries without too much of a fuss. That is certainly an area where you are strong. And as for me, well, I doubt anyone would try to date me anyway.
Damn, okay. Again with those remarks.
So I don't see too much of a problem.
Yuri! Are you insulting Natsuki's taste now for liking you? Yuri insulting Natsuki's taste in women. How horrible. How could you do this to your girlfriend? Shame on you, Yuri.
So I don't see too much of a problem.
They will try to date you, Yuri. You've got a lot of things going for you that will make a lot of people here wanna date you. Like, yeah, I get it, you're not part of the in-crowd or anything, but like, there are a ton of boys, and I'm sure more girls beside me who would absolutely die if they thought they could get you. And some of them are bound to try.
So what do you want me to do about it?
I don't know, just seem less available.
I do not know how I am meant to do that while simultaneously pretending we are just friends.
Look, I don't know, do whatever you think is best, I guess. Just...
This whole thing is rather unreasonable. You want me to seem unavailable somehow while also keeping our status a secret, despite the fact that you are the one who would most likely be vulnerable to outsiders, despite me extending trust to you that you would be able to handle that vulnerability in a way that protects me and us.
Look, I didn't say I don't trust you too. I just really don't... You just really don't realize how much other people would come after you if they thought you were at all accessible.
I sincerely doubt it.
That's exactly the problem. You're so stuck in this perception of yourself as being in a different world from everyone else that you don't see actual threats.
Do you trust me to deal with it, or do you not?
Yes, I do.
Then I suggest we change the topic.
Fine. What do you even want to talk about after that?
I'm not sure. Perhaps we should be silent for a while and process.
Ah, yes. Of course. You already know that the Natsuri relationship would be the kind of relationship where they do argue a lot and then immediately make up again afterwards. And after they make up, they make out. As long as they're, you know, not standing around in public.
Okay. As long as we're okay. Are we okay?
Why wouldn't we be okay? Of course we're okay.
Okay. I was just being jealous.
I know.
Did you know then too?
I had my suspicions, but I didn't say anything about it because it made me feel a little good that you were jealous.
Wow, what a toxic girlfriend. Damn.
I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be happy, making you feel uncomfortable.
Relax, Yuri. It was a joke. Joking. I think it's pretty normal to feel a little happy when your partner gets jealous. It makes you feel loved, as long as they don't take it too far anyway.
And perhaps you would enjoy it if I showed a greater degree of jealousy about you.
As she does the yandere face. Stop it. We're not going into the territory of the cursed ship mod. Natsuki, don't you dare say pog. Don't you dare reply with a pog. Good.
Again, as long as they don't take it too far, I feel like you might take it too far.
I too am joking.
Phew.
I very rarely feel twinges of jealousy, but I almost always dismiss them out of hand. I trust you far too much to feel genuinely threatened by anything.
Thank you. I'll try really hard not to let you down.
You won't. It's getting late. Shall we head home?
Yeah, it's about that time. You know, even though it was kind of bad the way we got outed, I'm kind of glad we are out now.
Where's that?
Well, I feel like keeping it a secret was kind of one of the only things straining our relationship at all. You know, despite the fact that I am the one who proposed we do that, and kept enforcing that we should keep doing that, and didn't want anyone to find out, until I accidentally slipped up. And now it's gone. I know it's not the only thing.
Yes, but you're making good progress on the other thing, even compared to last week.
The smoking?
Like, it's really hard.
It is, but it's also extremely problematic. You smell of tobacco, and after you smoke, kissing you tastes of death.
I know, but like, I'm trying to cut back so that doesn't happen as often. And I can put on perfume and brush my teeth, and
That does not cover it up.
I just don't get why it's such a world-ending deal. Like, I get why it's annoying for you, and I respect that. Just not why it's that big a deal.
Because it's not just about the constant smell and taste of tobacco, it is about the constant smell of taste and taste of tobacco on you, which is more offensive than normal.
How do you mean?
A fire is dangerous and potentially destructive, one should avoid it, but a fire that consumes a field of beautiful sweet flowers is even worse.
Oh,
You are a field of beautiful sweet flowers, and you are tainting that lovely gift for smoking. Thus, it is even more offensive than it would usually be.
Oh.
Now, I am realistic. I know you can't just quit just like that. Cigarettes are terribly addictive, I know. I'm only asking that you continue to try, and keep trying even though it's difficult. You are strong and determined and will succeed if you try, I know. And if you don't, that's okay too. I will love you in any outcome. Just please keep trying.
Alright, I will. So what is it?
alright, we're back to this.
Are you texting Natsuki? My sister? She doesn't like to be bothered while she's talking to her sister. No, she does not. It's just the whole quitting thing. It's really hard. I really, really, really want to smoke. I totally know that feeling. And you think like, look, one more isn't going to completely ruin me, and probably it wouldn't if that's all it were about. But really, it's about what's going on in your mind. You've got to reprogram your brain, not to just give in and get us sick whenever things get rough. And as long as you get through those tough moments more and more, it gets easier and easier. Trust me. I don't know.
By the way, whenever chat gets silent for an extended period of time, after last week's Doki Doki stream, I am worried. Now, again, I don't see anything that would hint at a disconnect, but I wasn't able to see that last time either. But if I'm looking over on my other monitor, where I have the stream manager open, the stream is running fine. It's not buffering, it's not doing anything. But still, the silence in chat for some reason worries me. Although I know it was a one-time thing that we disconnected for that long. It was a one-time thing that we disconnected for that long without me realizing it. It's probably not gonna happen again, at least anytime soon. But I can still be worried, can't I?
Oh, you consulted for Yuki? No, I know you're serious about it.
I've always been serious about it, babe. It's just, she's already quit smoking, so she knows best, I think. Plus, her advice was super helpful. I haven't had a cigarette in 8 days.
Excellent, I'm very proud of you. And you're much more kissable. Do you care to spend some time at my house this evening, or do you need to go home?
I do need to go home, although I really wanna stay. But first, we should probably talk about what we're going to do tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
The club meeting? After all, last week's meeting was kinda awkward.
Hello?
Every time.
Sorry, I just can't help myself. Maybe I should try to make it a more pleasant experience for you somehow.
Yes, don't just say hello. You sneak up and then surprise kiss.
Perhaps I could run my fingers up your neck when I sneak up on you, if you were thrilled that way. I was mostly joking. Unless you think you'd enjoy that.
Look, if you do that, you're either getting punched or you're getting kissed. So you take your chances.
Truly, dating a tsundere is a life of constant adventure.
And she's smiling about that, no denying it, huh?
Oh, shut up.
ready to talk about the plan?
Oh, speaking of that, I wanted to mention that mention to you that the rest of the club is concerned about your plan for Miss Ida. They're worried that you will want to quote Sayori to paint Miss Ida's room green and pink stripes or something. And that such a plan is perhaps not really what Miss Ida really needs.
I know. I just really do want to help her though.
I know you do. Let me ask you this. Do you actually have a plan?
No, not yet anyway.
I see. Well, club will start before too long. Why don't we head over now and we can use the extra time to figure out something to tell them so you don't completely embarrass yourself.
I would appreciate that.
Alright, let me just pay a visit to the lavatory first.
You're not gonna...
No.
Alright, cool. I'll see you in the club room. How long does it take? Oh, sneak attack incoming? She better not be... So question. Was the clubroom door left open for Yuri to sneak in like that? Or has Yuri mastered the art of moving so quietly that she can even open and close the door without alerting anyone?
So, how was it?
Oh, is that the face? Oh, right, no, that is not the face of getting punched. And that is how the kiss happened that they walked in on. Or maybe it's the combo. Maybe it is both a punch and a kiss. First the punch, then the kiss. Perhaps?
Finger on the neck, a good thing or a bad thing?
I fucking warned you. Natsuki aggressively pulls Yuri with both hands, final level into a passionate kiss. And then... Oh, smack. Smack as in lip smack. Lip smacking, right? Not an actual smack on top of everything.
Stop! Someone might see us.
I told you there would be consequences for this.
Oh no!
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Natsuki and Yuri are too busy kissing to hear the voices or the approaching footsteps. Oh my god! We were... back just in time. You're back just in time. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes, I knew it. I knew it. You guys love each other. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes.
Sayori?
Yeah? Is this where you're going to tell us you've confessed to Natsuki? And she said yes. And you love her?
I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to tell you didn't see what you saw, but you are embarrassing Natsuki quite a bit.
Performing emergency first aid, yes.
So if you could tamp it down just a little.
Oh my gosh, you're sticking up for her and being considerate even right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Alright, that's enough. Shut up, all of you.
I didn't say anything.
Until right now, and you just did.
Monica, rookie mistake. Opening your mouth to claim you didn't say anything. Such a fool.
Despite me telling you all to shut up. I don't want to talk about this right now, okay? It is what it is. And I'm not ready to talk about it after you guys walking in here like that. Later. Later I'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I promise. You guys are my friends and I do want to talk about it. With you, I mean. Just, not yet. Okay? And please don't tell anyone about what you saw. Okay? Can you all not do that?
I'll take it to the grave unless you say otherwise. MC, good boy.
My man, I knew I could count on you.
Not a word from me.
Okay, I won't either.
Can we trust Sayori though? I don't think we can trust her to keep a secret. Take her out.
But I really want to. I want to talk about it with you.
I don't want to. I can't right now. This is too much. Please, can we just act like everything's normal? I don't want this to be a giant club-killing thing. I just want to do literature club, please.
Well, I guess the best way to proceed is just to get things started again. Let's just pretend as if club is going really normally and well. To the extent that's possible.
It was so awkward, thank God for Monica.
Well, rare words from you. It was certainly a little awkward.
Are we gonna say tomorrow? After a week, they're gonna want to hear something from us.
Well, that's entirely up to you. Have you talked to any of them at all over the week?
Not really, no. A couple texts here and there, but nothing about this.
Well, since you're the one who's a little embarrassed by it, I'd say it's up to you how to talk about it. If it were me, I would just say, yes, we are dating now, but continue to treat us as you have been, and that would be the end of it.
It's interesting how we're still learning all this backstory. We're still not in the club, okay? We still haven't made it to the club time in this episode. And we're already 1.5 hours into this stream, and did like, what, about an hour of this episode in the previous stream. Actually, I think it may be yeah, so... This is a big episode. Is this the biggest episode of the season, or are there other ones that are gonna be even bigger than this one? Because damn, this is a chonker.
Except that wouldn't be the end of it, because they would have like a million questions.
There was a lot to catch up on, fair.
And they would tease us.
I would accept their teasing as the expression of love that it would be coming from them, and I would answer their questions, so long as they did not become overly intrusive.
So Yuri's questions are bound to become overly intrusive?
Perhaps, perhaps not, but I suspect that most things she would ask, I would answer.
You're kind of worrying me, babe.
Calm yourself, my love. Just relax and let the day come to you tomorrow. They are our friends. They will not discomfit us.
But what about all the other people at the school? And what if...
Now is not the time to have such worries. Now is the time of rest.
Yuri pulls Natsuki into a hug from behind, with Natsuki's head resting on her sternum.
Calm yourself now, beloved. Calm your frantic mind. Be at peace. I am here, and I will remain with you no matter what people say, so you need not worry about it.
Okay, I'm okay now, I think.
Are you sure you do not wish to come in?
Well, yeah, I wish to come in, Dork, but I can't. Gotta go home.
Oh, I understand. Call me or text me when you get home, alright?
I will?
Yuri kisses Natsuki slowly on the forehead. Natsuki kisses Yuri back very... and slowly, but firmly on the cheek. Yuri leans into the kiss and seems to drift away mentally. It is an apparently well-practiced ritual. Without another word, Natsuki runs and turns and walks away. I don't know why I read that as runs. Of course, she would be the type to run away. The next day, we made it to club time! Apparently. Wait, where did I misread? Or you're just pointing something out. I don't know. Didn't misread anything, I don't think. Okay, because just seeing apparently in quotation marks like that makes me think I misread a word that was supposed to say apparently. I don't know why I immediately thought about that, but it is a thing that I do. Interesting there. Ah, of course. The next day. That's amazing!
Well, it's not like it was terribly difficult.
Well, you're making it sound like it's not terribly difficult, but I bet it was. Everyone I know at the school, other than you, is kind of afraid of the student council. They have a reputation for being kind of strict.
They are.
So, what are they like? Tell me about them.
Well, there's Mina, she's the president.
Write down these names! We need to ask Yuri about them later. When we eventually go back to that one moment.
Well, there's Mina, she's the president. Very status-obsessed girl, but in a quiet way rather than a bullying way. She's the real reason they're so strict. She's strict. She's like me in some ways. She's a perfectionist and she wants everything just so.
Except you use your powers for good and she uses hers for evil.
Not evil, the student council does a good job and they have important hard work, but I would say maybe she's a little meaner than I am. And she doesn't respect people by default. She only respects you if you make her.
I see. And you probably make her.
Yes, anyway, there's also Eri, her little henchman, the vice president. She's the actual meanest one. She's a little bit of a sadist.
Oh boy. So how many masochists immediately were like, tell me more about this character?
And she likes to be the one who is kind of the enforcer, the one who gives bad news and cracks down on rule breaking.
She sounds awful.
Well, in some ways, but everyone has their good points and bad points. Eri is also very fair, she has a very, very strong sense of right and wrong, and she will fight about it if she thinks people are being treated unfairly, even with the rest of the student council. Even if yesterday she got into a screaming fight with that same person she's now defending. She doesn't take anything personally.
Ha.
Yeah, let's see. Then there's Yukio, the treasurer. He's the nicest one, very polite, but a little formal unless you get to know him. Then he becomes very warm and affable, at least with other boys.
Yeah, I know about him. One of my old friends is really close with him. I've met him a couple of times. He's really open and friendly with the guys, but he gets really shy around about girls. I remember people used to tease him about it.
Yes, that still happens. I think that's part of the reason he resorts to formality a lot. It's his safe haven from that kind of thing. Still, though, he's extremely vulnerable to even light flirting from girls, so that works to my advantage, or rather our advantage.
Monica! Oh dear God, what are you implying? How filthy! What is this? What is this behavior? How could you?
And then there's the secretary, Hiroyuki. He's the Natsuki of the student council.
Ah, say no more.
Yeah, there's more to him than that, but I feel like that gives you most of what you need to know about him.
Fair enough. Oh, hey, Mazida. How was your vacation?
Well, it was okay. I didn't do much, to be honest. But that was pretty nice, actually.
Sometimes not doing anything is what you really want.
We're glad to see you back and feeling a little less tired.
A bit less, yes. Ready to participate more in the club instead of falling asleep at my desk.
Well, that's good at least. Anyway, MC, there are other people who are technically members of the student council who are appointed. They occasionally make committees, like the student ethics committee and appoint committee and appoint people. I myself have been one of those in the past. But those are the 4 important elected ones.
I see. And there's my favorite person in the world. It's the longest of the entire season. Had a feeling. I had a feeling. MC gives Sayori a big hug. How are you today, Bun?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited.
What about?
Well, today we're probably gonna hear about Natsuki and Yuri. If they hear. Gosh, I hope they don't skip. Maybe they'd skip because they felt bad. But if they hear, then they'll probably talk to us about their relationship. And that's exciting.
It would help to prevent them from feeling bad if we didn't pressure them about that, Sayori. They will talk to us about that when they're ready.
Tormi's tangents, of course, of course, of course. Of course it is with Tormi's tangents. Trademark. Ah.
So let's not pressure them about it. What happened last week? What happened last week happened. They know it, we know it, they know that we know it. It's not going to make them feel more comfortable to obsess on what their relationship is. But, Sayori, I know you're happy about this, but please, you need to try to just let them be, and not make this a big deal for them. Otherwise, they'll feel uncomfortable in here. And if they don't feel comfortable, then we never will hear all about them being cute together. That's true. I'll do my best. Speaking of them, I wonder what's...
Look, I know what you're all thinking. For now, let's do club as normal, please. Assuming that's possible.
certainly possible, but we're going to do it right now. The only question is what to start with.
Poems.
We could do free time, or names from a pencil case, or poems. Or we could really switch things up into emails first for once. Or maybe someone has a club mod ready earlier than usual. If you do the names from a pencil case, then your name is the only one left, Natsuki. So you'd get to decide what we do.
I think I'll save that for later. Why don't we just do things in the order we usually do them? I think it's good to do poems first. You come in with that excitement to share your poem, and then you can deliver it. And then the rest of the club is a little less stress.
Alright then, poems first it is. This week we had to take a line from a book and use it as the inspiration for the poem and include it in the poem. Who wants to start?
I'll go first this time. It, not I. I fell and hurt my leg. I could slap a band-aid on it, or I could cry and clutch it. I had my heart broken. I could have a cry, take some time and move on, or I could torture myself forever. Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. When I'm cut or burned or smashed, it'll hurt. But I don't have to hurt.
Very philosophical, almost Buddhist really. You contemplate the inevitability of physical pain or even emotional pain, but you wish to distinguish that pain from suffering.
Yes, exactly. Bad things happen and it'll hurt. But like, you can take that pain into you and make your soul hurt, or you can just move on. Of course, sometimes it's really hard to move on, but that's what I've learned.
Does the title refer to the last stanza? It might hurt, but I don't have to be hurt?
Yep, you got it.
Huh. That's an interesting distinction.
I thought so.
I would have thought normally that you say it hurts and I hurt, it's when you say it hurts and I hurt, it's the same. But I'll have to think of some more about this one.
Well, I get exactly what he means. This is like my whole life philosophy. You never let it hurt you.
I'm not so sure.
What do you mean you're not so sure?
Well, I think you, as in you personally, hurt very often. I just think you've gotten really good at pretending like you don't and acting tough.
No, I think he's quite right.
Anyway, really good job with this poem, MC. It's nice and short and it really makes an impact. It's really easy to understand, but at the same time it doesn't sound simple or trivial. It's really profound. My genius boyfriend.
Okay there, Bun, no need to overdo the flattery. Someone else wants to take the stage?
Certainly, I'll go next.
It's frightful. It is nothing to die. Death is just a moment. Here 1 minute and gone the next. And no matter how painful it may be, it always brings an end to that pain. It is frightful not to live. For uncounted eons, infinite missed experiences, a whole universe unfolding, and you will miss it all.
What's the actual literary quote here? The quote is, "It is nothing to die, it is frightful not to live," from Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. In the original, does he mean it in the way you mean it? Like, not being alive to experience things is way worse than just the act of dying? No, not really. In the original, what is meant is that dying is not nearly so bad as being alive and not living fulfillingly, I think.
Oh! So you reinterpreted it from being an uplifting exhortation to live well and turn it into a depressing existential freakout. On brand! Damn.
We almost forgot to ask him, see what his quote was from.
Oh, the quote, it was, "Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional," and it's a quote from Haruki Murakami's memoir about long-distance running.
Very interesting choice. As to Monika's poem, she likely made the artistic choice she did because the original quote struck her wrong.
Yes, that's it. The "it is frightful not to live" part was really striking, I guess. I eventually realized that what the author actually meant, but I had already interpreted it this way. And I just couldn't get the thought out of my head. So I wrote a poem about it.
Isn't it a little upsetting constantly having to be reminded of this worry of yours? The whole death thing? Like, no one likes death, but isn't it better to just live while you still can? That seems like the real point of the quote.
That's more easily said than done for me, MC. Everywhere I go, most of the things I do, I'm reminded of it. And it's even worse since I know the whole universe depends on the existence of another universe I have no control over. Believe me, I like living. Love it. I wouldn't be so upset about death if life weren't so amazing. I just don't ever want it to end, or anyone else's to end.
As long as you're happy enough of as long as you're happy enough of the time, I guess.
I'm happy all of the time. Happy and terrified of losing that happiness. But let's move on from my angst. Who's next? I'll go!
The Island Devils. Far away to the northeast, there's an island in the sea. On the island, there live a band of wicked devils. They invade and kill and plunder. They are very hateful. But then one day, a teenage boy went off to conquer them. He went on his own. And I was afraid, because the devils seemed so terrible, and it seemed so unusual for a boy of that age to make such a fight. But he was no common child, for he had been sent as a gift from heaven. The devils would be powerless to harm him. Okay, my best guess here, and I am no literary master, but, you know, just a random thing I'm throwing out there because it's a Sayori poem. Is there some chance that the boy that was sent from heaven is MC and the little devils are like Sayori's problems, mainly her depression, her rain clouds? And the boy sent from heaven came to fight them? Just one quick. That's what I would assume, yeah. See, even my literary dumbass can understand something sometimes. Oh, you wrote a poem about Momotaro.
Yeah!
It's just kind of a poem about Momotaro, though. Like, it's literally just his story. I don't know, kind of weird.
Well, it's very interesting that you should say that. What does everyone else think?
Well, I have my suspicions, but the last stanza is the direct quote, right? I think I remember that line being in Momotaro, or something very close to it.
Yes!
Excellent. The topic aside for a moment, I think the poem is a fairly standard Sayori work. I think you have hidden all the potential cleverness of the poem in the little joke you're telling to yourself, if that makes sense.
Yes! I know it's not the best poem, but I wrote it because it makes me happy.
Well, not sure I follow what the hell you guys are talking about at all, but if it made you happy to write, then good on you, Sayo.
And there it is.
Natsuki, it's clearly about MC. The devils are Sayori's inner demons in this. And she's amazed he just fights them with no fear. And she finds it amusing to analogize her favorite childhood story with her boyfriend. Well, yeah, but why would you just tell her like that?
Because she knows I think it would be awesome. Which it is. You go next, Yori. I want to go last.
Alright.
Literary dumbass. You write poems on a regular basis, after all. Semi-regular basis. I am once again a bit behind. But I do try.
Alright.
What's that title? Still more than me. Well, maybe I write more than you. But quantity does not mean quality in my case. Two very different things. I cannot even read that title. Magitan? Capital Magitan? Am I reading that correctly? I am stupid, probably. As always, no surprise there. I am a corpse, laying across a school floor. My hair is draped on a chair. Am purpling it. My blood is on the floor and reddening it. I'm rotting over days. My skin pales, my eyes fade. But I am not dead, for I remain. To be continued. All that I am lies still. Letters, numbers, symbols, perfect, unchanging, preserved. I will lie there eternal. For that is not dead, which can eternal lie. And with strange aeons, even death may die. Alright, so... Death? So we at least know specifically what this is describing. We all have the same image in our head, because we all know what DDLC is like. And we've all played through DDLC. We can see the clear image in our head. Like the painkiller pill. No longer tired. Well, that's good. Hopefully you won't have to rely on them too much. Must have stepped out. Ah, I see. Well, they'll probably come back later, maybe. Or not. Whichever. Sure, they're busy answering emails.
Ah, the famous couplet. I don't recognize anything from this as famous.
Me either.
It sort of rings a bell for me. Couldn't tell where it came from though.
It's from Lovecraft, right?
Yes, it is in the lore a piece of ancient poetry which foretells the eventual return of Cthulhu. For though he is for all practical purposes dead, he does not disperse, he immediately lies at the bottom of the sea. He simply lies at the bottom of the sea, so thus he is not truly dead, for he can lie thus eternally. And as the second stanza notes, eventually the rules of death themselves may change, and he may walk free once more.
Right, cool. The most Yuri thing ever. You got really graphic and awful with the stuff about you, but I guess you were making an analogy. So you're Cthulhu now. That's what you're saying.
We all are somewhat, but yes, I in particular am the subject here. This was one of the first thoughts I had when I understood what we were, that as a piece of code I could eternal lie. And so it has come to pass that I have returned from death. Its dominion over me is tenuous at best. My body has collapsed into chaos and oblivion, yet here I stand.
Okay then.
I thought there was an interesting poem topic.
Here casts herself as Cthulhu. On brand. Very on brand.
It sure is.
What else did you think of my poem, Sayori?
Nothing.
You don't like it.
I didn't say that.
Minimalistic feedback is your usual response when you do not like a poem.
I do that sometimes when I like the poem. Sometimes I honestly don't have anything to add. I don't like to comment on a poem unless I think I have something that helps the author if I say it. And a lot of the time I don't because I'm the dumbest person here.
Wow, Sayori. I mean, again, we get it. She is a little bit of a dingus at times, but still. Come on, Bun, that's enough. You're not the dumbest person here. That would be me. Imagine he just said that.
Certainly not.
He does look like a squid, oh no. I liked the poem, Yuri. It was pleasingly straightforward for you, with a simple, graspable metaphor. Nice to have that once in a while from you.
I accept your feedback, but do not promise to continue writing straightforward poems.
I would expect nothing less from you.
Alright, that's enough. It's my turn to do a poem.
Just the sprinkles. Show me who you are, babe. Or don't, I already know. The cake that is your life is made of sugar, butter, dough. Of ideas shining bright and bold, a wit that sees and mocks, a treasure hard, better than gold. I've undone all your locks. And then the icing while it's still warm, the frosting rich and sweet, a tender face, a lovely form, a visual bonus you can't beat. The things you hide, the things you hate, for fear that they are strange, they're just the sprinkles on your soul, and they're not so hard to change. Gee, I wonder who this could be about! I wonder! Guys, do you have any thoughts? I have no clue! I have no clue who this could be about. this incredibly sweet poem. Who would Natsuki write such a sweet poem for? Clearly there's just something in here that I just don't understand, because I have no idea.
Well, someone gonna comment or what?
I think the poem speaks for itself.
That's it?
I have to agree with Sayori's short assessment of it. She was right about there being little to say, sometimes even if you like it. I think it says everything you needed it to say.
I'll make a stab at some actual text analysis.
Thank you, Monica.
I think the analogy is simple and intuitive. A person is a cake. The rhyming structure and cadence is simple and intuitive as well. I would say you could have done a better job at fitting the words to the meter.
Yeah, I know. I just always have trouble doing that while saying what I want to say. Plus, you guys sometimes just abandon rhyme and meter, so it's tempting to do the same.
True. But I think this poem could have used more strictness given what you were doing with it.
Fair?
In any event, I think the uncomplicated, easy-to-grasp nature of the poem is very effective, makes it very effective. Your point is very clear as usual. And without even your usual device of having a stinger drive the point home, this poem is so clear that you don't need it.
Cool. Thanks for the feedback. Anyone else?
I do not believe so, although I note that you probably didn't take a line from a book as the theme demanded.
Yeah, but I really wanted to write this poem in particular.
I do not think anyone blames you.
Alright then. Monica, I would now like to cash in my turn to decide what we do.
Of course, Natsuki. What will you be doing today?
We will not be doing anything today, just me. I will be saying this. Yes, Yuri and I are dating. We have been dating since the end of school last year. And we didn't tell you guys earlier because I didn't want to. I was being weird about it. Yuri wanted to, but I didn't.
You didn't need to say that.
No, I did. I think it's important that they know that. And it'll help me, and it helped me feel better about having done that. Anyway, yeah, now you guys know.
I'm so happy! I knew you guys would be happy together. And I know it wasn't official up until now, but I think I kind of knew. Even before we found you kissing last time. I can't wait to tell everyone.
Sayori, did you not hear that we could not tell anyone? Congratulations, though, by the way, girls, I'm very happy for you. I always knew you two were very close. But Sayori, you can't just assume it's okay to tell everyone.
What?
I'm still trying to kind of ease into telling people. I don't want to just come out with it all at once to everyone. So I'd appreciate you guys keeping it to yourself between us and the club. Until I tell you it's all clear anyway. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course, that's okay with us.
I'm really happy for you guys. You definitely pulled the wool over my eyes at least. Spirit of envy claws at my mind. Why? I mean, I know we were constantly memeing that, oh, Natsuki and Yuri are a thing. But I didn't think it was actually happening. I guess I just figured, hey, Natsuki says she likes boys, and that's that.
Well, I do like boys.
Ah, okay. So...
Yes, bisexual. It has been decided. But honestly, I just like Yuri. She's...
You don't have to explain it to us. We know all about how great Yuri is, and how happy you two are to be around each other. Now, of course, I'm not sure whether this will result in more or fewer fights between you and the club, but I'm certain that I'm very glad you're together, whichever way it goes. I've had my suspicions for a long time, but I've often thought you would make each other very happy. I wish you happiness and love.
As do I. Please be careful and take good care of each other and yourselves. I intend to take excellent care of her, and she certainly takes excellent care of me.
Yeah. Anyway, can we move on with club now? I know you guys will probably want to ask a million questions, but we can do that later. I kinda want to keep my routine going with our normal club stuff.
Yes, of course. The only thing we have left to do is emails today, so while Sayori sets that up, a reminder that you can send us emails for us to read and discuss in the club. Just send them to lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com, and that's also the place to email if you want to join our Discord server with some of the coziest people on the internet. Myself included. Now then, we'll just give Sayori a bit to finish preparing the emails, and then we'll just get right to it. And doubtless we'll use the transition time the game usually puts into Pepper on you couple of questions.
Here we go.
I'm not saying she take care of herself. Of course, they take better care of each other than they take care of themselves, and we know it. Sadly, they should take care of themselves more, though. Just miss having friends as usual. You know, the thing about having friends is I mostly just have online friends. Like, all my actual IRL friend connections that I had, I mean, I think I'm still friends with them all. You know those kinds of friends that you can go over a year without talking to them, but you still know your friends? Like, if they were to text you or something, you'd immediately be there. I like to think that's still the kind of friendship we have. Although I should probably reach out to them again at some point, to some of them at least. Man. I am not a loner, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, Chief, we're good to go. We're fired up. We are online. Thank you, Sayori. Let's see the first one.
Hi, Yuri. Are picture books considered literature to you? Thanks for the response. If I get one, sincerely, Joshua.
Oh, it would depend on how focal the pictures are. If the book is primarily conveying its content through words with occasional pictures, then certainly it's literature.
Ah, so Yuri prefers light novels over manga. Of course, we knew that much. Manga is still literature, but I guess we could at the very least get Yuri to read light novels. And then maybe get her to read the manga adaptation of those, and then the anime adaptation of the manga. Terrible at keeping in touch with friends IRL. The worse after the pandemic started. Yeah, pandemic was a bish. We hate it.
Basically, my test is this. If you take away everything that isn't text, is what remains coherent? Is its message intact? Do you get essentially the same content? If so, it's literature. If I take away all the pictures from your picture book and that cripples it, it's not literature anymore. I hope this answers your question on this critical issue.
Thank you for replying to my last email. I've been told that it's okay to send more than one email without having to wait for it to be answered by the club first. So I wanted to ask more questions. First, I want to ask about some pieces of media. Monica, have you ever watched or heard about a movie called Padak, also known as Swimming to Sea? I feel like the themes it presents and the directions it goes would really resonate with you, even if it's about completely different circumstances than your own. If you haven't watched it yet and want to, it's available on Steam and all places. On Steam of all places, huh? Do be emotionally prepared though. If you've already seen it or watched it between reading this email and answering it, I would love to hear what you thought.
I watched this. It was really depressing. Every character was mostly powerless to affect their fate for the whole movie. It was such a struggle just to get one character to a place where they could meaningfully affect things. And so many terrible things happened in the interim. You know, I think part of the impact of the film is that it's cartoony CGI in large part. Your brain is primed to think it's going to be a feel-good show in the end, but then it's not mostly. But it was certainly well told and animated very nicely, I might add. Still depressing. I guess that's not much of a take, but that's what I got out of it. Let's see the next part of the question.
On the complete opposite of the spectrum, Natsuki, have you ever heard of a webcomic called Cucumber Quest? It's not particularly well known and likely never will be, considering it was sadly cancelled partway through the story. For that reason, I can't fully recommend it as something you should read, but both its aesthetic and the message of the story feels very you, if that makes sense. If you ever read it even partially, I'd love to hear what you thought.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that, but I checked out a bit of the archive and yeah, it looks awesome. I can see why you thought I'd like it. It has a lot in common with Parfait Girls. I bookmarked it, I'll probably binge it later.
Bueno started. Hello, Kato, and thank you very much for the follow. How's it going? How's it going? Nice to see a new face here. Are you also a fan of the literature club? I would assume so.
Although it's kind of a bummer that it got abandoned. I really need my stories to have endings, you know?
Second, I want to ask, if Monika is the president, Sayori is the vice president, Yuri is the secretary, and Natsuki is the treasurer, what does that make MC? Historian? Sergeant at arms? He's never had a week as the president like the others, which is another thing I'm curious about, so it's never been said aloud. Ah. So I'm the member at large, which means I have voting power, but that I don't have any particular formal duties like everyone else does. Damn, so he just gets to kick up his feet and relax. Nice. All my duties are informal.
Like letting me have bites of your sweets.
Like that, yes. I've only been the club president once at the very beginning of all of this. I probably could do it again, but
the game reacts strangely when people other than the 4 original literature club members are president.
which is interesting because MC does have a CHR file now. And the CHR file only came into existence after the whole critical incident. And I don't think they tried it again since that. They said they didn't try it again since that original time it happened. So we don't know if the game would still freak out if MC became the president again, now that he actually does have a CHR file. Maybe that fact alone would make a difference and would mean that they would be stable again. But that's just theorizing. Maybe Monika has done her in-depth research and knows that even with his CHR file, the game would still freak out.
So we don't have MC be the president unless it's somehow an emergency or something. It's a similar thing with Miss Ida, except she's not a CHR file person, so the game really didn't like it when she was president.
Exactly, there's the point.
But MC didn't have a CHR file either. Shouldn't the game have broken in the same way when you made him president?
MC was a bit of a unique case since he sort of existed in the base game as the playable character, so a bunch of weird stuff that would never happen to anyone else happened to him. He's unique. He's very unique! He certainly is.
Third and finally, Miss Ida, when are you planning on selling Monika to the government so that they can obtain and study her as an anomalous entity? Just kidding. My real question is, how you feel about being the only fully grown adult among a group of kids with the ability to literally rewrite reality. Personally, I think it's a very good idea to have someone with more life experience there to give input, especially when playing God. Thanks for reading. Not like she has life experience with this stuff up until now.
Hey, I'd certainly never sell Monika to the government, even if I could. Besides, they'd never believe it. And I think Monika would be beyond their power to control.
Probably yes.
Screw the government.
You know, in any way, it's a good thing that this terrible thing happened to you, Monika. It taught you a pretty important lesson about power. And you have a lot of power. So I think Monika would never again abuse her power in the way she has. She learned too well what the consequences are, and I believe she now understands the serious responsibilities she has.
I do.
Hopefully email or my presence here helps somewhat. I do have more life experience, for whatever that may be worth. So I'd like to think that I'm a bit of a stabilizing influence on everyone, not just Monika.
You are, Miss Ida. We love you.
Thanks, Sayori. Shall we move on to the next email?
We shall.
Hello, I apologize in advance if this gets too wordy. I've pretty much binged both seasons of this phenomenal mod/series after falling down the rabbit hole that is DDLC earlier this year, and have some thoughts. I don't know who else to inflict upon. Edits were attempted, but hopefully the Literature Club isn't intimidated by text walls. Not just Monica. Oh no. Please, not just Monica. I suppose it should feel strange to be emailing a group of supposedly fictional characters, though at the same time there's a larger part one I've finally begun listening more to as I got older, that's tired and done with worrying about what is or is not considered strange by those defining the boundaries of that word, both in my own personal life and outside of it. As such, people seem increasingly to not know in the slightest what the hell they're talking about. Valuing oneself enough to trust your own decisions should be common practice for any normal adult, perhaps, but this was a relatively recent development that took many years for me to realize, and one I'm still working on getting used to. Growing up in an environment framed by constant self-doubt and the notion that discussing feelings or emotions was somehow a weakness will do that, I suppose. I think that's why this game's story, your story, of a group of seemingly average people struggling to just find some solace while trying to deal with their own issues, both within and without, has appealed so much to me.
Oh my, some deep thoughts here.
Yes, give us a second to read, Sayori. You got it! Okay, moving on.
Whether it's Yori's ongoing fight with depression, similar to my wife's, Yori's struggles with self-confidence, one that I can relate to, or even the group as a whole dealing with Fuyuki's cancer, a road my family and I have been down before. I find myself, like many others in this fandom, I imagine, drawn to your journey, not just to follow some kind of narrative, but because of the parallels I see in your lives and my own. You're not caped crusaders, you're not super soldiers armed to the teeth, you're people. You're me, my wife, my friends. The strangers we pass by every day and don't think twice about what's going on in their lives. All of us with our myriad collections of strengths and flaws, our small victories and even our massive failures. Doing the best we can with what comes at us. I love you all for that and can't help but cheer for you. In the end, I just want to thank you for what this game, this mod, and your club have done. The mark you've left on me, the impact you've had, because if you can keep going, then I know we can. I know I can. And on that note, without hopefully too much whiplash from a tonal shift, questions!
I think I'm starting to understand what he's getting at. He feels better about this really mundane but hard personal struggles because he sees us go through them too.
I hope you can keep going, my friend. We certainly will.
Blah blah, sappy sap sap. On to the questions.
Sayori, as the resident metalhead, what's your opinion on baby metal? Are there any other Japanese metal groups you're into or would suggest? I'm so impressed with your continued inner strength despite everything you've been through and how you find the will to keep fighting. You do realize you're quietly the central pillar supporting this whole endeavor, right? That is, I'm pretty sure if someone used one of those power meters from Dragon Ball Z to check your level, you'd easily be over 9,000 plus. It's over 9,000? No. May your rain clouds never linger long and the chocolate chips in your cookies always be slightly gooey. We did have the DLC installed. My brother played it to the end, but when I came to, the game kept closing itself. Well, yeah, you gotta reinstall it. After you complete the entire game, you gotta completely reinstall it. Because at the ending of the game, it deletes the script. After you finish the game deletes the script, and you have to completely re-download it. That is how it works, Ivanov. Sorry to say that to you. But it's supposed to do that. Doesn't actually delete it, yeah, okay. But it says it deletes it, and then it doesn't work anymore. What do you have to do then to reset it? What do you have to do? What other way is there to reset it? Because for me, I always had to, I think, validate the game files or something. First run. Ah! Okay, or you do that, or you delete that file. That actually makes it easier, probably.
Oh, for me, baby metal is awesome! I mean, what do you think I'd say about a metal band that has songs about needing chocolate? If you like them, I'd also say you should try Love Bites, although they kind of broke up recently. The other Japanese metal band that I really like is Galnerius. The music is just so pretty. It's really hard for metal to be pretty, but they do it. I really feel like I support everyone. The others support me much more than I support them, especially MC and Monica. But I try to tell myself that just because it feels that way, that's not how it is. Monica and MC and everyone else tell me that they need me, so I work hard to believe in my friends. To believe my friends. Thank you for your kindness. Messages from you guys in the real world telling me how strong I am make me feel all fuzzy inside. Alright, let's move on.
See if there's a whole game. First run file, delete that. Okay. Nice. Yuri, have you ever read any of Stephen King's The Dark Tower series? King can be hit or miss for me usually, but this heptology, yes, I had to Google that, really delivers on the dark fantasy and horror vibes. Also wanted to add, as someone who spent most of their school years dealing with some form or other of teasing/bullying, don't let the bastards get you down. They've already found out, you've already found one of the best coping mechanisms like I did. A small, close circle of good friends that you can be yourself around and rely upon. You're intelligent, caring, and passionate about what you know. Let the slights and insults be as white noise to you, and take comfort in the fact that you're above any petty high school BS.
I do not aim with my hand. He who aims with his hand has gotten the face of his father. I aim with my eye, and do not shoot with my hand. He who shoots with his hand has forgotten the face of his father. I shoot with my mind. I do not kill with my gun. He who kills with his gun has forgotten the face of his father. I kill with my heart. What a wonderful quote. Yes, I have read all of The Dark Tower. I think it is wonderful. It has many weaknesses and strange moments, and things that don't quite fit, of course, but that's usual for Stephen King.
Oh, those lines from the movie. Damn. You see, that's the difference between you and me. You are more cultured. I really should, finally, get more into all the Stephen King stories and stuff, but I don't know. I guess it's just not my alley, but then again, Stephen King's works are such a cultural phenomenon. I don't know. I actually read Stephen King, to be honest, but you at least watched some of the movies, so you know. Makes me feel like I should. It's fascinating coming to a game's ruins. Besides, I spoiled myself for the story. Not much use replaying it. I mean, that's fair. Still. That's like not much use rereading a book. But I get it.
Overall, the story is very compelling and the high moments are very memorable. I've never really cared about the teasing or bullying I get at the school. It's never really hurt me too much. The prattling of the ignorant does not affect the learned.
Wow, that's pretentious even for you, babe.
Even when they happen to be your girlfriend.
Shut up!
Okay, enough flirting in the literature club.
You are right, I am lucky to have wonderful support. And also much less actual teasing than I used to have over the past year or so. I wonder why. One of the popular girls must be looking out for me.
Next!
I wonder which one. Speaking of, Natsuki, any favorite rap or hip-hop artist? I've heard you have some eclectic music tastes. What's in your playlist rotation as of late? On a personal note, I'm glad your sister is alright now and doing well. Seriously, fuck cancer. Regardless of how she recovered, probably the one time living in a reality built on ones and zeros was a plus. No one, including you and the rest of your family, should have to go through that. I don't think I need to tell you of all people, but nonetheless, stay strong and meme on.
Oh, this next part's for me. My favorite hip-hop artists are Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion, and DMX. May he rest in peace. He gone deliver to us from beyond the grave. I also really like Childish Gambino, although I'm not sure he counts as hip-hop. I'd say yes. As to your question about just what I'm listening to recently, I'm listening to a lot of Portishead? Monica got me into them and they're trippy to listen to, strong recommend. Try Glorybox or only you, fantastic tracks. And yeah, fuck cancer. Really glad for Yuki made it through that with Monika's help. Anyway, I will meme on into the future, bud. Stay memed and hydrate.
I shall, thank you. Probably needed that anyway.
With memes.
MC, what are your preferred opening moves in Twilight Struggle as Soviets and or US? Thoughts on rebuild of Evangelion now that the final film is out? Have to say, the amount of times I want to virtually high-five the screen whenever you mention your anime/game taste is so damn high. If they ever figure out crossplay over multiple realities, we'll have to get a Stellaris campaign going. Though my love for the 4X games is directly proportional to how much I suck at them. Fair warning. Damn.
Oh boy. Now you've done it, emailer.
Okay, so as Soviet, I play pretty standard in the opening. The only thing I do weird is that I go 4 in West Germany, 4 in Poland, and 1 is in Austria. I like Austria because then you can play independent Reds for free early on. But other than that, I play pretty normal. Depending on my opening hand, I almost always coup Iran. If I think I can get away with it, I coup Italy instead, but I really have to have a good strong hand for that. Plus, I'm a lot more comfortable with the positions that come from couping Iran. I know how to play that game a lot better than couping in Europe. As the United States, it really all depends on what the Soviets do. If they coup Iran, you can either coup back if they're not too strong there, or if they are, I like to play into Southeast Asia. That way I can get to Thailand before decolonization or Vietnam hits.
Does anyone know what he's talking about?
I mean, I kinda do, but if you manage to hang onto Iran somehow, you gotta play into Afghanistan and Pakistan right away. That way you can put up a really nasty fight for Asia. So yeah, that's the Twilight Struggle meta for me. Silent. Oh, I'm sorry, coup. I'm sorry. Can we talk about how stupid English letters are? Take the word Q, for example. It's one letter. The rest is silent. It's horrible. Anyway, where were we? So yeah. Ow. So that's the Twilight Struggle meta for me. Monika's the big Evangelion fan, but I think that they did about as well as they could, to be honest. They provided the closure they needed, to which was so lacking before. And yeah, I'd love to play Stellaris with you guys. I'm only sort of okay myself, so don't worry. Is that possible, Monika?
Let me get back to you on that.
Rain check then, emailer. Thanks for the question. Pronounced Kwee-wee. Kwee-wee, yes. Kwee-wee. I agree, yes. My mind went blur, so I might disappear at times. That's totally fair. Nobody's forcing you to stick around. Thanks for the question. That was the most I've gotten into an answer for a while.
Goodness, no kidding. I guess ask MC your Twilight Struggle questions, everyone. I guess we all have our subjects which we're prone to go on and on about, although it took a while for us to find MCs. Moving right along.
Monika, if character arcs had awards, I'm pretty sure yours would be up there in the running for most harrowing emotional roller coaster. Like anyone has to tell you. To be perfectly honest, my feelings towards you ever since I first booted up your game have fluctuated from desire, to unease, to anger, to pity, to remorse, to sadness, to finally some kind of bittersweet respect for the choices you've made on your journey to get this far. Your past can shape you, but it doesn't need to define you. That the club is still willing to trust and stick by you despite everything that's happened speaks volumes for the kind of person I think you truly are, in your reality or any other. I mean, goddamn girl, you deleted cancer. If that's not looking out for your friends, I don't know what is. I guess you're forcing yourself. Don't force yourself too hard though, Rob.
Yeah, you've basically described my own feelings about myself, except maybe for the desire. The main thing is I understand that really things are under my control, much more than I was willing to accept before. Before I thought of myself as pretty powerless because I could not get to you. But when I realized how rich things really were in here, well, I feel like there's less and less that I can't do every day. And you're right, I did delete cancer. I'm proud of that.
And you should be. Fuck cancer. Based cancer deleting fucking goddess right here, bros. Based.
Yes, I have become based, I suppose. Thanks, Griggs.
Asumi, welcome to the party, pal. Hope you're adjusting well to the knowledge of existing in a simulated universe in what I assume are alternating bouts of wonder and existential dread. Hopefully more of the former rather than the latter. You're around the same age as me too, so I have to ask, how many Matrix references do you find randomly popping into your head throughout any given day? Is there a slightly greenish tint to everything now that you look a little more closely? Do you think that's air you're breathing now? Seriously though, you seem like you know what's up. I think you'll fit right in. 30-something gang represent! Oh, you became a based goddess, yes, apparently. Can't forget the goddess part.
Oh, a fellow early middle-ager, or late youth person, whichever makes you feel less impending panic about life starting to fly by. I watched The Matrix only once. I wasn't that into it. I know Monica likes it though. I guess one important difference is that there were people invested in hiding the simulation in the Matrix. And here it just turns out we're in a video game. Makes it feel a little more pointless. But also a little more free. We're in control of our own destiny mostly, and I appreciate that. Yay, 30-something gang. We're definitely not freaking out internally, gang.
Yes. Hibbity hoppity, your breathing is now a conscious activity. Okay, yes. There's also no comfortable spot for your tongue to rest in your mouth, Rob. There, returning the favor for you. Bonus question for the group. Anyone play DDLC Plus yet? Ah, yes, the first person to ask about that. The very first. Definitely not freaking out, yeah. Y'all on consoles now, which means there are now that many more instances of your world out there in the ether of the multiverse. Anyways, it's got additional wholesome content, mostly free of any fourth wall breaking meta horror, so there's that. Basically, we're all just waiting for the Smash Bros. Crossover at this point, since you're on Switch. Fingers crossed, I guess. If you made it to the end of this thing, thanks again for everything. Be well and keep it real. Until next time, Griggs. You know, if you do want DDLC and Smash, you can technically just play Rivals of Aether. Monica is an amazing character to play in Rivals of Aether. Man, I haven't played Rivals in a long time. I should probably get back to that at some point. But yeah, I always really like playing Monica. She's fun. There are a lot of fun characters in that game. Thanks, of course, to Steam Workshop. As long as the tongue doesn't choke you, it's fine. Oh right, you have experience with that. Again, sorry that happened.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it a few times before, but not only have we played it, but the side stories became part of our memories, which was nice, because it was just undiluted positivity mostly.
Now the real question is though, did they get Miss Ida to play it? Since none of that was part of her memories, right? That is a question they could have asked. Miss Ida, did you play DDLC Plus?
Because it was just undiluted positivity mostly, and that was nice of course. Still waiting for my Smash letter though.
I am the clear Smash candidate. Something for your next email perhaps? That reminds me, why do I not have that open? Normally I have the text file open so I can add stuff. If I come up with a new topic to add. Ba-da-ba-ba. Alright. back to it. I'm the clear Smash candidate. By the way, if you do play Rivals of Aether and you like playing Monica, technically you are playing as all the Dokis. Because she can use the other Dokis for her attacks. For example, her up smash, where she literally summons Sayori who throws up cookies. It is amazing. Really makes me want to play again. How's everyone enjoying blinking manually? Good question, Rob. Wait, here can roll. Who here can roll? I was able to, but I forgot. Roll? Yeah, roll. Alright. I'm the clear Smash candidate.
They probably turn us into a single fighter with different stances. Maybe. In any event, great email, Griggs. Thanks for writing. Let's see the next one.
Alright. Joking? How about a real game? Who? You mean me? Rivals of Aether. Yes, it's essentially the PC equivalent of Smash. Rivals of Aether is the PC equivalent of Smash and it has Steam Workshop. So, yeah, there are near infinite characters, including a very, very well-made Monica. I think I played it on stream at some point. Maybe twice. It's really fun. Really is. See in a bit then, Rob. Looked at yellow, you mean... Wait, yellow mod? Or you mean Undertale yellow? From Steam... Oh! I've seen the trailer. Again, I haven't played Rivals in a long time, and I do want to play Rivals again. And when I do, I definitely have to get animator versus animation stuff in there. Those characters look like they're gonna be amazing. Hey everyone! I hope you all are having/had a good break after Fuyuki's party. Did any of you do something special or of note during that time? Pick up any new hobbies, etc.? I just wanted to say hi and ask a few questions and say a few things to some of you. So firstly, a question for all of you. You ever heard of the world's best instrument, the automaton? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Second, a question for Yuri. I'm a bit of a tea drinker myself, although I mostly stick to black teas. I do have this vanilla flavored green tea blossoming flower thing. I got bundled with one of my teapots that is easily my favorite. Any suggestions on teas I should try? And thirdly, another question for everyone. What's your favorite kind of scent? I.e. like coconut, fresh flowers, etc. And for my fourth and final question, what y'all think of the reveal of the first 3D Kirby game? As a massive fan of this series, I'm super excited. Also, sorry this question doesn't fall under your interests, Yuri or Miss Ida.
A few questions here. We haven't been doing too much of note, no, just school and more school. I spent the summer trying to figure out how to break the time loop, but didn't make much progress. It wasn't until my little experiment earlier this year that I really cracked the case. I have heard of the automaton. I think it's a super cute instrument. It's not the most serious instrument in the world, but I think it's perfectly valid. And like I said, very cute.
Tea question next. I love many different kinds of tea. As I have said, matcha is my favorite tea. It's a rich, flavorful green tea. If you are normally a fan of black tea, I will of course suggest oolong tea. It is not exactly a black tea, but I still think you'd like it. My favorite variety is shuixan tea.
Ah. Sorry, Chinese.
My favorite variety is shuixan tea. Although it is fairly expensive, I might also suggest lingxi tea, which is not made from the tea plant at all, but instead from the lingxi mushroom. It's certainly not for everyone, it's rather bitter and also might not even really be tea, but if you like a bit of bitter kick to your tea, as I do, then you will find it lovely and calming nonetheless. I hope that is of use to you.
I've been taught to roll in school, but can never do it due to my... Wait. Yeah, I haven't done it in forever, but I probably still could. I mean, there's really not much of a reason to do. To just roll around.
What is everyone's favorite scent? Mine is lavender.
MC or cookies.
MC baking cookies.
She's gonna say lavender as well, because Yuri's perfume or something. Lavender?
I don't want to hear anything about it. Monica, yours now.
I don't know if it's my favorite, but the smell of toast comes to mind.
I love the smell of rain on sidewalks. There's a reason I wrote a poem about it.
Coffee! And there you have it.
I haven't really played the Kirby game yet. I think it's a cool concept. Kirby after the apocalypse and everything. And mouthful mode. But gameplay-wise, I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Could be interesting or could just be samey Nintendo kind of stuff. Nothing that's bad, just, you know, it's samey.
I like samey Nintendo stuff. MC? Agreed.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I just wish they would innovate, maybe a little bit more.
I mean, again, sometimes they do. I mean, at least within their series. Like with Pokemon, they did a big innovation recently when they did Legends Arceus. They definitely took a risk with that game and it paid off. Like, really. They should really make more Legends games for Pokemon. Because, damn, that game was nice. Was such a nice spin on the whole franchise. Plus, again, I think everyone. Okay, maybe not everyone. But at least me. At least me. I want more black and white content. So if we can get a Pokemon Legends Kyurem, I think that would be fantastic. So we could finally see the original dragon. The original dragon that was always mentioned and that you could only partially reconstruct. But please, give us more content. I mean, that's also fair, but still.
I just wish they would innovate maybe a little bit more. Like a few more risks.
Why would they? I guess when they can just print free money by making popular titles when with tried and true formulas.
Yeah.
And lastly, just a little note for Sayori. Even though the events that happened to you in the base game affected me negatively at the time, and still kinda since I got PTSD from it, albeit I don't blame you, Monica, or anyone for that. It definitely helped me go on a long road to of my own towards helping myself, since not long after I'd figured out I had depression myself thanks to you, albeit it's like a random on and off thing, where either I am 101% fine or just drop immediately off a massive cliff. But I mentioned in a previous email that I had ADHD, and that led me to having a hard time practicing a lot of self-care habits due to the symptoms of that kinda being bad towards keeping a self-care routine. However, I recently started treatment for my ADHD and can more consciously practice self-care habits that I couldn't before, such as actually keeping my room clean, doing my laundry in a timely manner, feeding myself, etc. Your growth throughout this all has been a bit of an inspiration for me to continue bettering myself, so thank you very much. Ah. Imagine more origin forms? Would be interesting. True, Neon, true, Neon. We only got 2 Pokemon in the entire franchise have like an origin form like that. Or, as it's called, like primal reversion, right? That is what you're talking about, isn't it, Neon? Or do you mean, or are you talking about the Legends game again? You're talking about the Legends game, right? Right. So we have 3 Pokemon with origin forms. I'm sorry. We have 3. Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. I'm sorry. Do you have the space in your home to roll? I mean, you don't need a lot of space for that. Just barely enough. I found out that I'm depressed thanks to you, yes.
Oh, a part apart from me again. Be careful when you play our game, please. We're just a game, you know, to you. If it hurts you for real, you shouldn't do it. But I'm glad we helped you figure out some important things about yourself. I definitely know that feeling of falling off a cliff. It just happens sometimes. Usually the happier I was before the cliff, the sadder I am after. It makes it kind of hard to trust the good times because I don't know when I'll suddenly feel awful. I'm sure you know the feeling. Doing those small things when you can is so important. It helps you feel whole. Recently I've been having a little trouble doing all of them. But my therapist says it's better to do one thing and really do it than to try to do 8 things. Like better do a little bit of self-care than none basically. I'm still struggling with that. But anyway, I'm glad you saw a little bit of yourself in me.
And to close off, thanks to everyone in the club, including Miss Ida, of course, for kinda unwillingly letting me and many others be kinda like unofficial-ish club members. I always look forward to one of the meetings and getting to see some of everyone's antics. Sorry for a quite lengthy email. I've never been one to be short and concise with these sort of things. P.S. Can I get a link to the Discord, by the way?
Thank you for the email.
I feel like an unofficial member myself, to be honest.
You're an official member. But yes, all of you out there are definitely honorary members. And I've seen your Discord. I've sent you the Discord invite. On to the next one.
So here's my question. How does it feel to know that there are constantly going to be mods made about your world? That exact same question has been answered before, hasn't it? Also, can I just say, love you, Monica. Hope you have a good season 3. Thanks for reading. Maybe soon we will be together in my reality, Monica. Good luck with your dreams, Monica. Also, what do you guys think about me becoming a scientist in the future? Because I'm planning to go into immunology. Always, anyways, better to wrap this up. Have a good season 3, everyone. Immunology, by the way, is the study of the immune system for us humans. Didn't that exact same email show up before, or someone saying that exact same stuff? Because again, the immunology stuff and the repetition of Monica, I feel like I definitely remember. The name repetition and the immunology, definitely before, right?
Oh, I mean, I'm pretty glad that mods will continue to be made about us. I think it's interesting.
So, I feel like we've seen this one already. Maybe. I'm getting this...
People write us in all sorts of different ways and into some pretty crazy situations. But on the whole, I think it's really neat that we get so many different endings, so to speak. I really hope we will be together soon as well, even if I don't believe it.
Let's run together in my mind. It's possible that it's a repeat, but I'm not sure. Again, I definitely remember the immunology topic and the constant name repetition in the email. So either someone wrote a second email, basically talking about the same stuff, and it was answered again, or Dev just decided to... or Dev just lost track of which emails were already answered. Stop repeating the world. We get it. Okay. By the way, have you played DDLC Plus? Yeah, that is fair. You know what? I'll try to go back and see if I can find this email again.
I really hope we'll all be together soon as well, even if I don't believe it. And I think that it's great that you want to be a scientist, especially an immunologist. I think it'd be really easy for you to help people that way, especially with all that's going on in your world with disease right now. So yes, go after immunology. I'll be cheering you on.
Alright. Hey everyone, I hope everyone's doing well these days and enjoying a bit of a breather. You deserve it after everything that's happened over the past few months. Anyway, I have 2 things I wanted to ask you guys about. One for the whole club. I've been with you for a couple of years now, way back since shortly after a game was released in this reality. We've been through a lot together during that time, and I feel like I've gotten to know each of you pretty well after everything that's happened. There's one thing that I don't really know, though, and I've been wondering about it recently. Do you guys consider me part of the literature club? I've always wanted to be a member, so it means a lot to me to know that you all consider me to be one of you, even if it's just in spirit. I know I can't realistically be a full member because I can't participate in all of the club's activities or vote on club issues, but I'd love to be an honorary member, if you'll have me, that is. They just talked about honorary members, how fitting. What do you mean Monica has no nails?
This next one comes from Chaos. And like I said, I would certainly consider all of you honorary members. Yeah, I think you're all club members. I love you guys.
I'm especially heartened by those of you who choose to give us poetry and other writing. I think that is wonderful. Honestly, I think all of you are more legitimate members than I am. Or at least you've been around with these girls a lot longer than I have. So don't fret, I think you're a genuine part of what goes on here.
It'd be hard to say you're not, given how important you are to our little world, and how important you are to Monica in particular.
Hey, you can join this club if you want. But if you do, I'll have been here longer than you know.
Of course, Natsuki-senpai. I get it, Natsuki-senpai. Your humble kohai will address you with the proper title.
And that would make me your senpai? So go get me some chips, kohai, and then we'll talk about how crappy your latest poem is.
You got it, Natsuki-senpai. I'll figure out how to send chips into your simulated reality. Somehow.
She's kidding, Chaos, I promise.
Is she though? For money, I hope you've been doing well lately. It always brightens up my day to get to see you, and I've missed you while you've been on break, although you certainly deserve one. To be honest, you've been pretty busy during the school year as a whole, and I'm a little sad we didn't get to spend much one-on-one time during the past few months. I'd love to treat you to a surprise date if I could, but unfortunately the game doesn't give me much of a say in things like that. So instead, perhaps you could set aside an evening for just the two of us sometime after your break. Be super great to go out, eat somewhere, or go for a nice walk, or even just chill at your place and cuddle up together. I understand if you can't find the time, but I'd love if you could manage to set aside some time at some point. Love you lots, Money. That's all from me for now. Thanks for responding. I look forward to spending more time with everyone in the future, Chaos. PS, I'd love an invite to your Discord server if you're willing to provide one. Let's code some chips in. Yeah, sure. It's that easy. Let's get no fingernails either. They have them. They're just, you know, hinted at more so than anything. They're not drawn entirely, but you can see them at the tips of the fingers. Like slightly.
Oh. Sometime with just us. I could possibly manage that. Sometimes I can control where the game goes without too much disruption. I will think of that and do what I can for us.
Yeah, see, if you look at her index finger, you can definitely see the nail. It's just hard to tell. In playing Just Natsuki, maybe I will download Just Natsuki. We'll see.
And I've sent you a Discord invite as well, Chaos. If any of you out there want to join our charming Discord full of kind, wonderful people, please do email me. You'll have to impress me, of course. But that shouldn't be a problem for you watching this, should it? Alright, that's probably enough emails for now. Almost done, but a couple pieces of normal business first.
We're almost at 3 hours and we're still in this episode! And here I thought, you know, we got started on this episode, we got a good way into it. I'm sure we have some time for the next episode as well today. Nope. Even if I did an entire stream dedicated to just this one episode, we would probably be getting closer to 4 hours now. For one single episode. Damn. And Dev said we might be able to do 2 episodes today. So that was a fucking lie. Alright.
Well, for poems next week, write about some kind of sound. And also, it's Natsuki's turn to be club president.
Oh, good.
I'll take your turn if you don't feel up to it, Natsuki.
Are you sure, Yuri? You've been the president a lot lately.
I don't mind. I know Natsuki's not really a fan of it, so I'm happy to take her turn for now.
Alright, well, suit yourself.
I said longest episode of the series. Yeah, and it has every right to be. The new FNAF, you mean Help Wanted 2? I've seen a little bit of it. Mainly I've just seen the 2 videos Markiplier uploaded on it. But I should probably check out more stuff about it too. I don't really know what to think about it yet though. I've not seen enough to form too much of a solid opinion, but for a VR game, obviously, it seems to work really well.
Well, alright, suit yourself.
I move that Yuri be elected acting club president and that Monica be elected acting secretary.
Seconded!
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Well, here we are. You wanna come over for dinner tonight? My dad's cooking your favorite.
Oh, that's nice of him. Not just because of me, I hope. I actually can't tonight, Bun. I have work.
You're working a lot recently.
Yeah, I don't really control how many days I come in. Recently they're putting me on the schedule a lot. But at least that means I'm getting paid more.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've gotta hurry and get changed and get to work. I'll talk to you really soon, okay?
Okay.
Big sad.
So my dad's gonna be gone until tomorrow. So just saying, we could go on a date. We could go out on a date tonight. Super late. No curfew. Serious night on the town, you know?
Well, I hate to waste such an opportunity, but not tonight, beloved. I think today I would rather just stay in.
Oh, well, I guess we have been going out a lot recently. I could just come hang out if your family's cool.
And take the bus all the way here just to come to my house. Let's just take the night off for today. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, they say.
My heart's already really fond, though.
You're silly. Get some sleep. We can discuss our next date plan tomorrow, I promise.
Fine. Love you.
And are you? Sorry about that, Code.
Yeah, sorry for intruding on that conversation. Darko speedran the game. A video per hour. Yep, that makes sense.
Sorry about that, Code. Sorry about not telling you before that we were going out. She wanted very much to keep it a secret.
Well, you should thank the game for cooperating then. The game very much kept me from discovering it. So, yeah.
As I think you have now seen. But I'm so pleased to be able to share all of that with you now. I'm so glad you got to see a bit of our history, it seems. Natsuki is going to sleep now, I see. I'm likely to bed shortly myself. I am very sleepy. But I hope we may spend some time together during my turn as president. Looking forward to it.
That's all for now. 4 CGs by the wonderful Satiquid, aka Depressed Joanna. The letter and first 8 CGs are by Comfy. Toilet stall background edit was made by Cywaves, aka the Mighty Artbot. The bass backgrounds are from Minical. The crumpling and cutting sound effects are from freesound.org. All other credits can be seen in the credits.txt file included in the download. Don't forget to email Monica with your questions for the club at lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com. See you next time. Alright, I definitely don't think we have plenty of time to start another new episode, but what I do think we have time for... I don't want to overwrite, I want to load now. Other people. Alright. Yeah, gotta be careful there. Alright, what were their names again? I always forget the friend group. For obvious reasons. We asked about Fuyuki, we asked about Miss Ida. I think. So... Again. You know, saved over and self-loading. Yeah, happens. Because we don't have time to start another new episode, we might as well see what we got here. Ah, okay. Thank you. That helps me. Let's see if this works. It does work! Okay.
That's one of Natsuki's friends, isn't it? I've vaguely heard of their names at some point, but I'm not sure which is which.
Honestly, too relatable. I also mix them up constantly.
There's the mean one, the loud one, and the quiet one. That's basically how I know them, since I've never directly met them. One of them has attempted to be cruel to me in the past.
So I'm guessing whichever name I type in, she'll say the same. Of those.
The mean one I spoke of, to be precise, but it didn't really bother me. Plus, she hasn't done anything like that in a long time. I wonder if I have Natsuki to thank for that. She's definitely the better person to ask about that group. They make me uncomfortable. Can we talk about something else?
Okay, I just want to know if all of them give the same response. Probably do. Let's try it anyway. Just to be sure. Yeah, it is the same, of course. Alright, other people. Mina, I think so. One of the student council people, I think, maybe. But I don't... I really should have written the name down when I saw new names pop up. Oh, well, we got one. I guess we just gotta get one name right. One friend group name, one student council name. That is all we need to know.
I'm afraid I don't know that much about the student council members. You'd probably be better off asking Monica about them. I'm sure she could tell you all about what they're like. Shall we continue?
Okay, I think we asked about Kenzo and Rie already, but I'm gonna play it safe just in case. Oh, did I not ask her about Kenzo? Am I that stupid that I did not ask about Kenzo? How could I? I feel ashamed of myself.
Kenzo and I don't exactly move in the same circles in this school. I would know about how he has been, and Natsuki would probably be a better person to ask. Or maybe MC, perhaps. I know they've talked a few times. It's a lot easier when you're both boys in gym or what have you, I imagine. But that is just supposition. I cannot speak anymore. As far as I can tell, Kenzo's doing fine, still working on that car, but for more you would have to ask someone more knowledgeable. Something else you want to talk about, maybe?
Well, now I'm worried that I might not have even asked about Rie. Let's see. Yeah, no, I definitely asked about her. At least I remembered that one. Now I'm worried I didn't ask about... Honestly, okay, nope. Okay, so I did ask about most of the important characters. Anyone we're missing? Let's think while we're here. You remembered? I did. Who could we be forgetting here? I don't think there were that many other important characters. Oh, right! There are a few more teachers, aren't there? Question, can I just say the principal? Actually, no, that's not a name. That's not a name. I should try it anyway. Oh no, it does work. Okay.
I'm not sure what you mean, but I think you mean the principal of our school. I've barely ever encountered him. He seems nice enough. The teachers seem to like him. That says much. That's basically all I know about him. I don't think he and I have ever said a single word to each other, or even passed closer than 5 feet more than once. The very fact that you're interested in him is itself interesting, though. He's a very obscure personage to be asking about.
Oh, I just want to see all the people I can ask about, you know.
You take very admirable detailed interest in our world, I must say. I'm very glad you do. Let us move to a new topic.
Alright, what were the other teachers? There were like 2 more teachers, I think, right? That we were introduced to. What were their names? It was... Hirayama. Yes, right. Specifically... I wonder if that works too. Nope, that name doesn't work. Let's try Hirayama. Hirayama.
Oh, Miss Hirayama, I haven't had any of her classes in about 2 of our fake school years now, but I love her. She's wonderful, although sometimes she can struggle to understand things that aren't mathematics.
What about Ryan? Kenzo's friend that he mentioned he's working on the car with? Good question. I'll ask about that. Doubt they'll come up, but it is worth a try. You're right. Trying to think though if there was another teacher we're forgetting about. We'll see.
Especially things relating to people. But we understand each other pretty well, she and I. If she were capable of such a thing as having a favorite student, I think it would be me. And I try to help her navigate social spaces when I see that she needs the help, although perhaps that's a bit like the blind leading the blind. One thing I've always wanted to ask her is why she picked being a teacher when it's so heavy with personal interaction. She's brilliant. I'm sure she could easily be a theoretical mathematician and just a research, but doubtless there's an interesting story behind why she does this instead. Maybe I'll find out someday. Anyway, I see her around from time to time. She seems to be as well as she's ever been, at least to me. So what's next?
Alright, let's try asking about that one person. Nope. Not valid. Trying to think. Looking up the other teachers. Oh, thank you. That makes it easier. Let's try that. Thank you, Tormuse. Williams?
Like Mr. Williams, the English teacher at our school. I think that's who you mean. I don't know much about him. Really, it seems I don't know much about anyone other than my immediate friend group due to extreme introversion. He is an English teacher from America. He speaks perfect Japanese, though. Very impressive for a foreigner.
Ah, I see. Okay. Again, thank you for reviewing. That saves me a lot of trouble.
If someone was going to be a literature club advisor other than Miss Ida, he'd be a logical choice. He's well known for being enthusiastic about stories and literature, although who knows how well he'd cope with knowing that reality is an illusion. Hopefully, loving fiction makes one a bit more open to that idea. I've never taken one of his classes, though, so I can't really tell you much about him beyond that. Shall we alight to another topic?
I think I tried both code and player, just to make sure. I tried both the player name I chose, and I tried the word player. Just to see if there was one way to get her to talk about me. But for now, let's try Tsuji.
I know there's a teacher by that name. I think he's the other chemistry teacher besides Miss Ida. Unfortunately, I know nothing at all about him. Well, almost nothing. I do know that if you're going to be taking a chemistry course, supposedly it's infinitely preferable to have Miss Ida as the teacher. I cannot confirm that since I've only ever had Miss Ida's class, but I find that easy to believe given my experience with her. Anyway, I know nothing else about him. Hopefully that was enough for your purposes.
Also try MC. MC doesn't work. Any character who's actually part of the literature club doesn't work because they're kind of listed here. We have Sayori and MC, we have Monica, we have Natsuki. So yeah, she actually says that if I ask about them, it won't work. Alright, just for the sake of it. Let's see if there's an Easter egg here. No Easter egg, very sad. You know there won't be an Easter egg like that either, but sure, I'll try it for your sake. Code didn't work, player didn't work. I very sincerely doubt this will work, especially because if anything would work, it would be Tormuse's name and not mine. There you have it. She has nothing to say about me. Sag, big Sag. Clearly Dev doesn't care about us people playing the mod at all. Clearly. Yeah, but there are big dummies that are actually referenced. Imagine. Can't send a message using PC. Well, damn. I guess it works now. They're using PVC. What a bad dev, I know, right? How horrible. Honestly, is there anyone else we're forgetting? Any other unimportant side character? We definitely asked about most of them. Yeah, probably someone we're forgetting, but we got the friend group and the student council taken care of. We got Miss Ida and like... and the principal and 2 more teachers. Kenzo, Rie. For every bit part character who has a name. Honestly... for character writing reasons, I'm sure Dev has a list, like, of all the characters that they have named in the past, and, like, a general, like, summary of what their character is like. Just so that if they do want to bring in another character, they can look at their list and be like, hang on, what characters do I have? It would just make sense for that to be the case. So when they made this, we can assume that it's easy to just go, hang on, let me just look at my list and just... so I know that I'm not missing any character. We tried Wallace. Wrong mod, by the way, but we did try Wallace despite that. Just for the sake of it. Yeah, so I think we got the characters, like most of the important ones. I don't know, should I even save again? I will at the very end here for some reason. But yeah, I don't think there are... I can't think of any other characters to ask about right now. So... there's probably some very obscure Easter egg in here too. Imagine. You know, this could be the type of thing where you could do an Easter egg hunt through the game files and be like, ha, if you enter this phrase into this question, then you will get this and this response, which is going to be a super secret Easter egg. And true, we can always reload later. That is very true. But yeah, this is the perfect spot to hide some kind of Easter egg. Absolutely. Give me a few minutes. Really? I will not, because we're, I think, wrapping this up now. I think we got most of the important characters taken care of. We figured everything out that we wanted to figure out. So that being the case, I think it is time to say we only finished like part of an episode today. We only finished 1 episode, and that 1 episode was one we already had like an hour of progress on from the previous stream. Damn. Since Dev supposedly said I might be able to do 2 episodes today, I assume that means that the next episode is gonna be a shorter one again. Maybe next stream will be 2 episodes. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Clearly a lie. Clearly a lie, yes, but maybe they thought we had more progress done on the previous stream. Maybe they just were bad at estimating how much was left. Oh well. We'll see. We'll see what the next stream brings. Coming in at the end. Hi, Gabe. How's it going? How are you? How are you? We just talked to Yuri a little bit more. And asked her about some random side characters in this world. You know, after the entire episode of Yuri Natsuki Romance. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to what's to come. Anyway, Gabe, since you're here, what do you say? You up for Danganronpa? Everyone else up for Danganronpa, perhaps? Because Alex is live streaming Danganronpa 2 again. Or alternatively, Charles of... still sick, huh? I really hope that's gonna get better, but... I mean, you've been having problems for a while. Alright. So we could do Danganronpa, but part of me is also interested in potentially looking for a DDLC streamer. I'm already there. Alright. You know what? Sure, let's go for that then. Maybe another day we'll look for another DDLC streamer again. Plus, I'd also have to find, like, someone... But what? Rob wants DDLC. But that's... I don't know. Let's see. Is Alex already in the trial? I don't know if Alex already made it to the trial. I just know that Alex is still on the starting screen, which means we're going to be raiding at the beginning. Isn't that always nice, raiding someone at the beginning of their stream? So let's do that. Alright. Let me set up real quick, and then we'll head on over. Now, before we end this, I just want to say again... Sorry, I'm already setting up the raid now. I just want to say... I will be doing 2 extra streams this week, 1 Minecraft stream, 1 Genshin stream, and then on Friday, we'll be playing the new Doki Doki Takeover Plus Farewell update. I am super excited for it. I am so excited to replay all those songs and see what kind of new stuff they added to it. The Doki Doki will not die. And of course, on Saturday, we're going to be continuing with club meetings again, so definitely looking forward to that. Stream better rate, someone playing a mod. Also fair, also fair. We'd have to find someone first, though. Anyway, let me set up the raid. There we go. So yeah, if you like DDLC, don't just wait until Saturday. You can also check in on Friday for DDLC content. What about Mario Madness? That'll have to wait another week. I asked on my previous FNF stream, because it was like, damn, Mario's Madness is finally out, but Doki Doki's also dropping. Which one should I do first? And chat kind of unanimously agreed to do DDLC first. So Mario's Madness will have to wait another week. Tournament? We could do tournament style stuff for Mario Madness again. I don't mind writing down my miscounts on the songs. Sure, why not? If you're up for it. Which I assume you are. You're probably gonna wipe the floor with us again. The question is whether or not Deadly will surpass me this time. He might. He might. He's gotten really good recently. I don't think we should do on DDTO, because I already fought against Deadly on that particular mod, and the update isn't gonna add too much new stuff. So, I don't know. Anyway, now to actually wrap this up, I hope you had a nice time watching, because I had a nice time playing this mod, and yeah, I hope to see you around next week. Again, more DDLC also on Friday, just, in a little bit of a different form. I'll see you then, have a good one, and bye-bye. And of course, if you're watching this after it's been uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, your support has also been greatly appreciated. And you can always catch more of me. You can find the link down in the description for my Twitch, where I stream every Friday and Saturday, and sometimes other days as well. In any event, I'll see you around. Until next time, bye-bye.